bulldozer Matt Tremont, and you're listening and watching to the Game Changer World fucking podcast.
Welcome to Game Changer World. Happy New Year, John.
Happy New Year to you, sir. How you doing tonight, man?
I am doing good. Yes, new intro, Screwball. Thank you, Ivan, for the new intro, GCW. It is awesome. Very happy when you first showed it to me. I was very happy with that one. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Casa. Starting off the new year. Thank you for the $2.
Thank you, Casa.
Boys, Happy New Year, man. Sorry, John, I didn't want to cut you off, man. You go ahead.
No, I'll just, since Casa came up here real quick, I just wanted to say it was awesome. I got to cut a little video for them. They had an awards, the end of year awards that we should have had, and we got too damn busy and tied up with everything. But they had an end of year, and on behalf of the fans and the studios and Game Changer World, we were able to congratulate their tag team winners of the year, Bustah and the Brain. So I thought it was really cool that we were able to say on behalf of, congratulations.
Right. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Casa. That's really, really appreciated. Be looking forward to seeing you in a little over a month. That's right? Yeah.
Yeah.
February 14th. Oh God, it's coming quicker than expected.
5 weeks.
So yeah, everything has been good. It's 2026, and I'm going to be doing some things that are going to be kind of old school. I'm getting back to some older ways of the way I used to review. A lot of people have felt that sometimes I'm almost too soft or too congratulatory, and they feel it might be just a waste of resources. And I used to be a little more subjective, and I'm going to get back to that. I think it would be fair to do so. It's a little bit of tough love, but it's an opinion, one opinion only out of tens of thousands. Uh-oh, what's up, dude? No. We're not doing anything like that. But it'll be fun. And I just want to kind of hold back on my cussing a little bit. It's been pretty bad. So I would hope to do something about that.
Heel Wolf is here in 2026.
Maybe. Welcome to everybody who's come in tonight. I almost forgot to say welcome there. There's just, my head is spinning. It's been 2 weeks since we've been on the air together.
Yes.
And also thanks to the fans who have made our holiday Christmas episode the most viewed Christmas holiday episode, podcast episode we've ever had, period, by almost 200 listens. That's the most we've ever had on any podcast. So I want to also say, for those who tune in and listen, especially live, thank you so much for that. Every single one matters. And yeah, you matter a lot.
And shout out Tremont, Dr. Redacted, and
Gringo, KJ. Dude, we had some people on.
Purpose, man.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I think we're very fortunate. We're going to be approaching over 300 GCW shows reviewed this year coming up. We will be approaching 4 years together podcasting. It's going to be fantastic. So we got a lot of great things coming up. Also around that 4-year time, we're going to have our 200th podcast episode together ever.
Yeah, right around collective time too.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that I find that really interesting, but I think that's how it is. This is almost this is almost like a birthday present. We'll see how this all wraps up when it comes closer to time, but this summer is the summer of Game Changer World for sure, and we're going to do what we can to just put on a happy face and enjoy ourselves. And these are great times. We're going to try to do what we can to enjoy them. Let me get my little spiel out of the way here. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. We read and appreciate all of your comments. Super chats are available if you want to donate. Our sincere thanks to those who donated last week and already this week. Casa, thank you. It does mean a lot to us. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us. Sit down and relax. You're amongst friends. We're going deep into the night. We have a lot to cover. GCW was in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey on Wednesday for New Year's Eve, and in Berwyn, Illinois on Saturday. We have 17 matches and 3 title defenses to discuss. But first, we have a match to watch. What do you say, B? Is there anything else we wanted to just chit chat about before we jump into our match of the night?
Yeah, I think we got a long night, so let's hop into this match here, and yeah, we'll we'll be hitting up a lot of stuff here. I think throughout the night, a lot of collective talk is in the chat here. So yes, yeah, Vince Russo collective. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So, oh, that's right. And JCW is involved with the collective and GCW. This is going to be, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll get through this watch along, and once we're done with the watch along, we'll go ahead and hit the news, and we'll start talking about everything that's been going on these last, I don't know, 48 hours, 24, 48 hours, just been wild.
Yeah, all the announcements.
All right. So, yeah, so here we go. So for tonight, we hand selected another classic match from the GCW library. This was voted by fans the #2 all-time greatest match in GCW history. We'll be traveling back in time to June 5th, 2021 at the Carousel Room. This is the finals from Tournament of Survival 6-6-6-6. Alex Colon versus Atticus Kogar in a no canvas 200 light tubes death match. Just to kind of set a couple things here, Alex was going for 3 TOS wins in a row at this point, just further cementing his legacy as a GCW deathmatch legend. Also, what kind of adds the excitement that's not on any other GCW show to date, this was the first full fan event after COVID shutdowns. So this was really the first time that GCW fans could really kick back for just a couple minutes and really relax and have a show with hopefully a little less stress. And I don't know if it really was stress less at all, but I think we were all just happy to be together again. And that show really reflected that from beginning to end. So I just want to say thanks again to Brett for listening to the fans and allowing us to dig into the GCW library. Everyone sit back and relax. And what we're going to watch here, Atticus Kogar versus Alex Colon from TOS 666. All right. Enjoy, everybody.
Real fast. Thank you, SJ. Mal Brooks, Happy New Year's. We missed you guys too. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it very much.
Mal, thank you. So yeah, gee, this is hitting me sideways. This is thank you guys. Really. I appreciate you so much. And Happy New Year's to all of you. Also to East Coast correspondent Frank, West Coast correspondent Screwball. Happy New Year's to you guys. I see you both in chat there. We love you. We will be talking to Frank, I believe, a little later in this evening. He attended the New Year's Eve show live, and we'll have a lot to say about that later after we get through the news and the watch along.
Let's see if I remember how to do this here. We go here.
I gotcha.
Nope. I see. We hit the same button.
I gotcha.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. And then add it right there.
Hey, there we go.
Rock and roll.
Nice to see Sick Nick there too.
You know, that's what made that special. Is I thought it was cool that they brought him out to do that. I think a lot of people felt like he wouldn't be out in public anymore after finishing.
Yeah, and Crane down there with Alex Colon holding up the Alex Colon shirt too.
Let's talk about that beautiful ceiling from the Carousel Room that we missed so much. Isn't it gorgeous?
I know. This match right here is going to give me some vibes to go back and rewatch it. The whole
this is one definitely worth watching. This is all hardcore fans on our chat right now, but yeah, if you haven't seen this one front to back, awesome show here.
Yeah, I love it.
Nick on commentary,
as it should be.
Cougar, I think wanted to hit Mondo with one of them things.
Cougar.
Right in the head. Cougar's on fire right now. He's taking that shit in. Alex is already bleeding bad.
Well, the wounds barely have time to close.
Yeah.
Young
Atticus in the locker room, man, and he's bleeding bad.
See, I guess we got to go back to the statements of TOS and NGI that once again a bare board ring.
Been about
oh no, he's cut his throat.
Right here. Right here.
And that's a way to win this, but a horrifying way. 100%.
I tell you what, that kind of guy's throat float before it works. He runs down the ring real quick.
That's Marcus Crane down there.
Nick Gage ain't never lied.
He came out with Alex Colon holding up the shirt.
Look at this. And Cologne. He's going for that 3.
Trying to pull a Dave Arquette.
But Kogar might rain on that parade.
Trying to figure out who's out there on referee duty.
No one. No one's out on referee duty. I was just about to make the same comment. I think we picked like the same person on all 3 matches. Everyone keeps saying another match with no referee.
It also shows you the back.
Oh my goodness! I was just about to say that right when you said it. I was about to say, wait a minute, another one.
Here's an important question someone just asked.
He's in trouble, man.
What's up, Carnival? Are GCW DVDs still available? I do know that Celebrate Wrestling, who's in chat right here with us, does buy DVDs. He would probably be able to help you out with an answer there. What's up, William Bruno? Havoc. Yeah, we got a lot of good names in here tonight.
Stab him. There you go. Stab his ass.
Oh, okay. So these green skewers reminded me, isn't it nice, or at least for green people like me? I love that Atticus brought the green back most recently in his merch.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is the last day to get some of the exclusive Atticus merch that he has on sale on his. I think he's on Big Cartel.
Okay. What was I gonna say here? Oh, here we go. James was asking how popular was Atticus at that time. I would say the match before this, yeah, he was in a match against Manders, and I started chanting for Atticus and went against Manders, and I thought that was kind of the first time we saw like a possible face Atticus and the fans getting behind Atticus.
The second time in a night. Atticus Kogar is tangled.
And it's kind of funny too. We are showing this match because later on when he gets tangled up with his hair, similar situation this last weekend.
He totally rolled out of that the wrong way. Unless he meant to roll into that like that.
Get over there, Alex. Don't let him rip it off.
Bruno, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I have to have a little talk with Bear.
Get him out of there, Alex.
Sorry.
440 fans, 404, 303.
It's not the worst person.
They're not fans, they're just trolls.
Yeah, Atticus was red hot at this point. But also at this point, Cologne had a level of respect that was going up there. I think the three-peat was more important than anything.
Yeah.
Right before we went back on the air, Brett Lauderdale, the promoter of GCW, made the announcement over the house mic. No more White Claws for Joey Janela. There's been a steady stream of tribute drinks being brought here to the table.
Fuck what he says, man. Bring Joey all the White Claws he's won, man.
Yeah, see, all that Nick Gage, we need that on the microphone at minimum for things like this.
Oh, headbutt.
Oh, the
camera, man.
Jesus fuck.
So, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Cologne's in trouble, man.
The camera
is in trouble.
The cameraman almost got guillotined by
Who cares
that
about the cameraman? You see Cologne?
I don't think we've been on since the announcement of Nick Gage. Like the little feed of how he's doing good. Yeah, it's been a while. Shout out Nick Gage for seeming to be on the road to coming back hopefully soon.
Wow. And now
yeah, the rub Murdoch got the year after. I think that's what the 3P was there for, was for Murdoch.
Yeah.
But I think at this time, it was kind of hard to deny Atticus as well.
Also, if anyone has a chance, go over to Body Slam to watch Game Changer Weekly's interview with Murdoch, and he'll talk in depth about his time versus and with Cologne in the ring. And he really wishes that they would have gotten out of each other's way, because he feels like they could have had a lot better matches together. And that's the long and short of it. But yeah, definitely check it out. And then Frankie says this right here. We need that level of danger back. Some of what's going on here.
Oh my God.
I don't even know. There you go, Alex. Let's go.
Nick doesn't do hula hoops.
Nope.
Yeah, hit him with it, Alex.
Screwball. Was this the Cardona where he showed up the night before or no?
What's he gonna do now?
That looks absolutely.
Oh man, he's in trouble.
Might be able to double dip, get him from the back too.
Boom.
Oh my God, that was fucking awesome. Come on.
Have we had one of these since this one? Have we had a hula hoop light tube thing since this one?
I want to say in Japan, I thought we saw something similar to that. I could be wrong though. This most recent Japan, like I'm thinking Takeda. I don't know.
Possibly.
can't even see.
Thank you,
coming. That's
Isaac.
gotta be the
Wrestle
worst part.
Rival.
What's up, Isaac? Good to
You're
see you,
doing
bud.
good. Hope you're doing good.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
somehow.
Always pushing for you.
Oh, headbutts.
Oh.
Oh, he used his fist.
Just simple.
Yes.
Hammer fist.
Just to save ourselves, please, guys, don't try this at home.
That's right.
Gonna go headbutt with him.
He was smart.
Try it in a
though.
public
And see, this is what I love
Sometimes
the all
when you
whites
headbutt
for the
Cologne, he
tournaments
wakes
from
up,
Atticus here. It
starts
was
headbutting your
perfect.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
alone.
can't pick him up. Get in the gym. Oh, good kick.
Gage said get him in the gym.
Oh.
I got him on that one.
Yeah, his tailbone right on the fucking floor.
God, I've been there, man. Joe, you know,
Yeah, definitely a younger Atticus there.
Snap. My tailbone hit. I was in trouble.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, man. I love battling you. You bring the best out of me. These guys are bring the best out of each other right here.
100%.
Does Gillies allow Item? I think so. I think I remember like one of these venues, every time they go there, I'm just so surprised that they're able to use glass. I don't know if it's Gillies or something else.
Oh, someone in chat might know that one. Who's one of our historians? Does Gillies allow glass?
There's exposed.
Big openings there between the steel ring frame.
And they're just putting those plates.
Isaac, this was in 2021.
Oh, look at that.
I bet you Gene helped on this one.
See that exposed ring like with the boards like that's crazy.
He's the one that directed this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retired, but he's we'll get back to that one. Oh, he broke it. I like that. Yeah, he's gonna carve him.
Yes,
Gonna
in
carve
Texas, yeah.
Yep, dig it.
Opening that cut up deep, trying to obscure the vision of Cologne with an increased blood flow directly.
Oh,
into the
rest in
eyes.
peace, Piss Jug.
Oh,
I like to take it
yeah,
back
rest in
and
peace,
forth.
Richard. Carnival, thank you for the super sticker.
Holy
Appreciate it.
moly. What?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What has he got?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Bag of some sort.
I don't.
It's not magic jelly.
You guys are fantastic. Like I said, I haven't been back in 2 weeks. None of us have. It's nice to get the family back together again, I guess, huh?
Fuck jelly.
Right?
Yeah, we've got hours ahead, guys. So just settle in.
Right here.
What's in that bag?
Oh, damn. I always hate when one gets wasted. One light tube.
Great on his ribs. Let's go.
Luckily, there's 200 more there to fix it.
Glass sheets loom ominously
Wow.
in the foreground.
Wallopson.
God,
People
you
are being
got
so
hurt.
nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Right to the midsection.
Plus the ribs in midsection. Take the wind right out of you.
Oh, he grabbed one himself.
Come on.
Exchanges right there. Yep.
Now, see, I always forget like that missing ring in the right corner over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Cologne missed.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you, Carnival. Thank you so much.
as a producer, would you show that little section on camera that there's missing boards there, or would you keep that off camera?
I think that's right now. They're keeping it off camera so for that surprise factor when they go through it.
No one's want the one knee.
You don't want to be the first man to fall.
I miss Alex. I do. He put down so many good matches.
One guy can win this. Only one can be the TOS
No.
6 winner.
I'll throw that up there.
Good block outside.
Oh, no.
Caught.
Now here it comes.
Oh
Oh no.
no. No.
This was crazy.
No.
Dude.
This is fucking
Oh,
So much
the
luck.
bar, man. Those bars. Right
so
on
much
the
luck.
concrete, man.
Get him in there. Hit him.
My goodness.
Dude, so much luck he didn't crack tailbone or the back of his head on metal.
Well, it looks like Atticus on the way down almost hit his head on the way down.
This is fucking insanity.
There we go. Reed just figured it out 3 weeks in a row. No ref.
Alice Cologne breathing
Oh, man.
right now.
That 440H guy gets up.
There's another spot. I don't know if we've seen another one like that in a long time.
Referee asking Cologne if he knows.
I think there may have been an attempt with one of the Macizos, maybe.
If this match is going to continue.
I don't know. I swear like there was
Well,
at one
they
point.
did it
but-
from the, what's it called? The War Games. That's where
There we
Ciclope
go.
got knocked the hell out. It was on that air raid crash.
Great visual right here. Him popping out of from the
Yep.
boards. Bloody
With the
head.
bloody face. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess who's weaker? Look at this guy.
Cologne looks done for.
And I think that's where, like, around this time too, like, where we seen the
tell you what,
excellent
he's still there
production
now.
from
He's got knocked
GoPro
out.
of getting those camera
Fortunately, I
shots and
don't
those
know it,
angles
but-
at the right times. It's been pretty
man,
cool to
he's
see.
got left arm.
Screwball said
Yeah,
I
in
know
Canada.
Masha and Speedball had some exposed ring.
2.
That one
And
in
he kicks
Canada was
out.
insane. In Toronto, I think it was.
Wow.
Koga's really pouring now.
That's why he's going for a
Oh, he's
3.
Look at that cut.
Fans trying to
Yeah.
will Alex Colon on, but
Ugh.
as strong as their support is, it can't make up for the blood that is leaving his body.
Nick, I don't like anyone bleeding like that.
Where's Eddie? I just
There,
noticed the
that-
pants. Where's
that
Eddie
was
only?
meant. Went through that. I would never forget that.
Yeah, it sucked.
I would never forget that.
Buckets of blood, but let's
Tell me
get
they
this
don't
shit
call that
done.
a door. That's just a board.
And this is like
My ass
after the
insane.
third match out of this too. Like this is insane. One of the better TOSs I think of all time, if not the best.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome.
Go check it out on
This is the
Triller.
greatest
$7.99, $9.99. I don't know how much they are
American
now.
Deathmatch tournament of all time. Wow. Oh, he comes back.
I pay once a year, but I don't know what it is. I think I'm grandfathered in at like 60 a year or something.
Velocity.
That 50, yeah, that $5.
Yeah.
Malone seemingly has a fire lit back under him again.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
on the back.
No,
Those
Oh,
On the
this.
boards, on the exposed board.
Spanish
No.
fly
blood.
on the no board,
Oh, he's
exposed
got it.
board, dude. That's
Repeat.
insane.
1 minute.
Nice.
That's it.
Done.
He's done.
Get on.
So
Jesus.
That's
$7.99
Look at Crane.
says Zion.
capitalized, Joey.
That's it. He's
$7.99.
He has it no matter
So
what.
nobody gives credit to the fact that he had to hold that tube to his back without breaking it on the way down, and that's got to be difficult to do also.
When Ciclope does the moonsault holding the light tube, I'm just always so scared because it's just what if the light tube busts through ridiculous?
2.
Even though it was on those boards, Joey,
I would say this is
cannot
probably the
afford
start of
even
Atticus's
Kevin.
breakout back then.
Capitalized
Yeah,
immediately.
absolutely.
Yeah, he was red hot at this time. He was on the uphill.
What the fuck I'm talking about right here, man. GCW main event, TOS.
We need that voice on all death matches.
Leverage pinfall.
Oh, yeah.
Gage is too good on the microphone.
Brain hemorrhage.
Oh no! Oh no! 1, 2.
Ah.
He kicks out. Malone is still in the fight.
I thought that was it.
Like a little slow down there to the cover to kind of just get the expense of like, oh shit, is this happening? Would have done a lot right there. Just those little moments, but
Look how the
Proud.
blood is soaked in on Atticus, and now you can see the difference between the fresh blood and the soaked in like
Yeah, he's
crimson that he has soaked into his
seems
skin.
like every death match
Yep.
is fucking bleeding bad. But he's really that left arm is really bleeding bad.
And bringing more panes of glass into the ring right now.
Malone is
Frank's
in
getting
deep
screwed on that
shit.
Triller
Yeah,
deal over
left
here.
arm.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, look-
Gotta give him that
Mark
Triller
one,
money.
too, man.
So something in this match that's going on that I wish went on in other death matches even today. We have Big Vin down there making sure that the guys get what they need without holding up the fucking match for minutes on end. I was going to talk about this basically in my notes later on. Here's a great example. Look at Vin. Even there, just holding the chair 10 times better. They were like, get me a pane of glass. He gets it for him. Oh, shit. Juggalo's back in here. Good to see you,
Juggalo wants to talk
Juggalo.
about Stranglemania. I heard. I'm gonna need you to. You're gonna need to inform me and enlighten me here on this Stranglemania.
Come on, fight.
Oh, have you ever seen a Stranglemania before? You'll love them. You'll love them. They're big spectacles. There are a couple of them that are free on YouTube. You can even find they're like way old. And yeah, Reed, I can tell you, Baruso
those
has
headbutts.
Matt has done a fantastic job at GCW. Period. And didn't we see Vin at the New Year's Eve show?
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw him there. Which welcome face.
By the two-time TOS winner.
And he's hooking it.
Yes,
This is sick.
yes.
If he hits it here.
Fucking boards and
That's it. That's
Come
it.
on, Alex.
3 beats.
Shit.
2.
yes, Yes. So this is one of those moments in wrestling where you're like, okay, it's over. And then you find there's like another gear. They just kicked into another gear right here. And I love these chapters in stories. Oh, Vin was in Berwyn. My bad.
Oh my God. No one can believe it here in the room.
I forgot he had that in his
Arsenal.
I missed the carousel room, man.
Let's go. Good way to look at it, Nick Gage. Let's go. Alex Cologne pulling out all the stops, but not able to take out the Silver Teeth Satan. And the fans want what Nick Gage wants. They want this to continue, possibly forever. Oh my God, what a slam onto those boards. Brutality. 1, 2.
barely.
So Carnival of Chaos, the plan is, even though tonight we're kind of pushing it too, even though we have a lot to cover, plan is we're probably going to do at least one match watch along when we do our reviews. If not, maybe 2 matches depending on time.
We like it. We love doing it. It's fun. And I think people like it too.
There's growing support for Atticus Cover.
You guys are joining us all over the world. What is this?
Thumbtacks.
Gotta be the tax. Ah.
Why not?
Oh, colored. Oh, that's nice. They're gonna look good in his skin. Little dots of red and blue and green.
Atticus now taking some time to try to rub it into some.
Oh, weed whacker.
What's he calling for? What is that?
Oh, weed whacker. They still use this shit.
I was about to say, that might be the first time we've seen that since the Jimmy Lloyd feud. Boom! Look, you see the blood just spurt.
Yeah.
I love the sell job. Not even selling job. Sleeper plex.
Damn.
Fuck out.
That should be tap.
I love how we went limp there too.
There
not
it
get the
was.
tap.
Yeah. He can at least say he didn't give up.
Yep.
And Juggalo was asking if we prefer the carousel room or the terminal. I prefer the carousel room, and I think most fans will. The terminal does have its own thing, but this is beautiful.
666.
Almost feeling the weekend. Robbie Eagles just called out to Young Dumb and Pete. Well, who's going to be his tag partner? Oh, please give me Maloney. Is Maloney his tag partner, right?
That'd be nice.
I want to see Maloney back in GCW. All right, let me remove this back here.
Oh, that was fun.
Ready to go back or not?
Never been done. There's Gene.
Yeah, 1 second. Marcus Crane.
This match up that still right on.
Okay. I just wanted to, yeah. That's so cool. He's happy for him. All right. Yeah.
Eagles and Fujita.
So we talked over a little bit of it. We talked a little bit over it here and there, but we did okay. You want me to? There we go. We gotcha. Yeah, that one was a good one. That one was really good. It's just we were looking down through them, and B picked that first one, and then I picked this one. But your first pick was going to be the one that we discussed with Tremont on the Christmas episodes. We're like, hey, let's hold that one off till then.
I'm trying to start off with the banger. It's all downhill from there.
Yeah. Right. So I don't know. I think the ball's back into your court for a pick next time. So we'll see what B comes up with. Mm-hmm. Some good ones out there.
Well, I guess maybe I'll have to think about it once we announce who our interview is next week as well.
Oh, I'm actually waiting for confirmation. I wanted to give everyone that news today, but I am still, let me double check. Yes, I am still waiting for confirmation.
I almost said it right now on accident.
No. It's
that's the same one I was thinking of. There's a couple out there.
we're gonna have a good one. So let me go ahead and get a couple things out of the way real quick here. kicking off the biggest headlines this week in GCW news. Congratulations, Brandon and Casey Kirk. Looks like they have a baby on the way. We everyone over here at Game Changer World would just like to tell you congratulations, and we hope that little one has a wonderful life.
Yes, little baby Kirk.
Now, on the other side of it, for the sake of the wrestler's health, if you bring glass to a wrestling show, please make sure it is tempered glass. I know that could be common knowledge for some, and others may not know it. And again, there's a lot of super fans over here. But yeah, if you have a chance, there are different ways to find out if what you are going to bring to the show is tempered or not. And check it out when you get a chance. Anything else you wanted to discuss before we got into the collective information?
No, there's a lot of collective news. Let's get into that one.
All right, here. Let me see. How do I want to start this bad boy? All right. So April 15th through 18th at the Horseshoe in Las Vegas will be the collective. One thing I want to say before we start, the Horseshoe is right on the corner of Flamingo and Koval. If you're a hip hop person, you would know that that's the corner where Tupac got shot. Interestingly enough. And I thought maybe there'd be a memorial or something there. The memorial is they spray painted a utility pole. I'm like, oh, that's kind of anticlimactic. I figured there'd be kind of something, you know what I mean, there, like a plaque or something. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go down there, that corner, which is right on the corner of the thing, you can actually take a picture. That's where, Tupac got gunned down. Sorry for that terrible news, but
I guess I'll be staying safe collective weekend.
If you're a hip hop historian, I felt like that's a good one to mention. So yeah, GCW's collective. We've been getting news like crazy for at minimum the last 24 hours. So I kind of wanted to go down these shows just a little bit and discuss them with you, discuss them with chat, see what they have to say. The first one here, we don't know too much about. They've been here in Las Vegas a couple times. Podermania. They'll kick off the collective on Wednesday, April 15th at 3 p.m. Now, I think in the newsroom, our little people don't know, me, Frank, and Screwball, we have our little chat where we go to, we call it the newsroom, where we can kind of discuss things. And yeah, Podermania, I think Screwball was saying, would have some smaller shows out here. I think one or two was at FSW Arena. Yeah,
they already got Shotzi. They already got Shotzi, I think, as one of the top names for that show. Brittany Brooks is another name I remember seeing.
Yeah, it's generally going to be female talent, and it's there to put female talent on a pedestal. So that's what they're there for. And again, that's at 3 p.m. Onward to 8 p.m. we have Dragon Gate just announced today. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm excited. Dragon Gate was such a fun show last year. I do like how they kind of revived it, and it was fun. It was different. That was the one Shun Skywalker was on. Seemed a little out of it, or I don't know if that's his thing, but kept on like screaming the whole entire match. I enjoyed it though. I remember that was like, it was a fun show, especially being there, kind of like that was the rebirth of it. I haven't followed it since then, but I know it was fun last year, so I'm expecting a nice fun card again this year.
All right, then on to the show of the night there. This is going to be Hybrid Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Unplugged. They're going to have the midnight show at 11:59 p.m. I do believe those are Philly companies. I think they're Philadelphia companies, and I'm assuming deathmatch companies.
No. Hybrid's not really a deathmatch company. I remember one of their cards. They did it like on the racetrack, and it was like Carlito versus Jordan Oliver. So I remember Hybrid though used to be have pretty strong cards though when they were running more fully back then.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that one. Onward to our next day. This will be Thursday, 11 a.m. We'll kick off with Progress Wrestling. That's going to be kind of interesting. I did not have time to sit around really and look up, what cards are announced or anything like that. But I'm happy to see them back. They represent the Northwest scene. We need some representative to come down, and I think that would be the one to do it. WrestleCon Super Show 3 p.m. We have no idea what's going on there. Is there anyone or anything that's been announced for that?
No, but I want Suzuki versus Butterbean Part 2, the rematch.
Reed Harris Cooper said PWU may mean micro. Oh, tell me we don't get micro wrestlers.
No. That one that's running with progress. Hybrid? No. Pro Wrestling Unplugged. Yeah, no.
Oh, I was all excited.
There we go.
I was all excited for a minute.
Yeah, they called like a studio session. Yeah.
Okay. I was curious about that for a minute. I got all excited. All right. So after that, then we have at the 8 p.m. This is a very interesting evening we're going to have here. NJPW's Death Vegas Invitational at 8 p.m. Who the hell is going to be in that?
I'm all in. Like that is the Despy show, El Desperado. I am all in. It is a big mystery, but I don't care who's in it. I know in years past, the last two that Desperado has done, those have been crazy death matches and very like cool crowds. I wonder how it's going to come over from Japan over here, but I think we'll get a different atmosphere, but I'm absolutely excited. Yeah, that is the name. I think would be awesome for that card. I think Dr. Redacted with the little New Japan or Little Freedoms crowd would be hysterical.
And one of your favorites here, Drew Parker, would be a natural fit, is what Celebrate Wrestling had just said.
Yep, I think that would. I think there's like they have a couple people that would be fit in easy. Yeah, that was the one name I was hoping for. Jun Kasai, El Desperado had one match that was insane, but Jun Kasai, if there's any way like that. That would be for me. Like I would not miss that for the world. Like that is the one name I would love to see. So Jun Kasai, hopefully we could get him out here, but who knows?
And then again, the midnight show here, GCW's MDK Club. That's gonna be death matches, hardcore, ultra violent. Oh hell yeah.
What is Harris in for that night? Like that we might not have a blood sport or next night after that too. MDK and the Death Invitational, Vegas Death Invitational is going to be interesting.
Oh, this okay. So yeah, that oh my gosh, that's like 5-6 hours straight death match. Now, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just like, yeah, feed it to me. Like we've been asking for that, and we're get back to back. Yep.
So
we'll get there.
What I was thinking is booking wise, I was wondering how difficult it's going to be to have one death match show and then followed up with MDK Club immediately after.
So I think the Vegas Death Invitational is going to be different. Obviously, I think it's going to be kind of like the Japan DDT Freedoms kind of style death matches and weapons and everything, but then we get to see the GCW style and Americanized style death match, and I think that's going to be a fun night to see. Yeah, as for any deathmatch fan to see these different kind of styles and back to back after shows, it's going to be very fun. I think for deathmatch fans for sure.
Well, then starting off on Friday morning, this is April 17th, 11 a.m. We'll be rolling out of bed to watch Gringo Loco's World on Lucha. No announcements on that yet, but I can tell you this is one of the shows we were looking forward to seeing again, and we finally have it. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Gringo, for sure.
Moving on to the 3 p.m. slot, we have Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. Again, no idea who's in that yet, but I have a feeling we're going to get some big announcements down the road, and I think whoever they announce is probably going to be who sells this show. So the bigger, the better. Who from WWE? You know, who from here? Who from there? That's what I'm interested in. What are you thinking?
I got one name. Ain't never going to happen, though, but...
Who?
Nakamura. Like, same with Jun Kasai. Like, if any chance I can see Shinsuke, I am in there because I think he would just be perfect for like the blood sport because he used to do MMA while he was doing wrestling out in Japan. So I really think like his style would be fitting well. I want to see Dempsey come back. There are some people I think in WWE, some other names. I mean, I hope it doesn't kind of get like that, like how it did last year. I don't mind a couple names, but yeah, like Natty again, I wouldn't mind seeing for sure as well.
Bro, right there. Put him in.
Insane.
Put him in. What else do we have? We have Natty. I say Natty again. Yes, she did a damn good job.
Yeah, Natty killed it. For yeah, Nakamura would be, I think, just a perfect fit for him. Like I think we talked about the blood sport. I don't remember when we talked about it, but how like it kind of could carry its own little thing. I think that's where wrestlers like Nakamura, Killer Cross, and some of these other wrestlers could still revive their careers with something like Bloodsport.
Let's see here. Then we move on to what pretty much is the main event of that weekend. Joey Janela's spring break is going to be going on at 7 p.m. on Friday night. No idea what to expect, but I know we'll be sitting there and cannot wait to find out what the hell goes on. I'm bringing people with me.
I just hope Stanley's not invited this year.
That motherfucker. Hey, that was great. I'm sitting there with my people, and all of a sudden my face and your face shows up on the fucking big screen. I'm like, what the who said
I looked at you, I'm like, why did you do this? Why didn't you tell me?
Right.
Like,
You thought I signed off on it.
Like, oh shit, what did we do here? What is Stanley gonna do?
And then I found out later on that not even Brett knew about it. It was just Atticus.
Oh,
I loved it. Okay, yeah, and after whatever goes on at spring break, we're gonna follow up our midnight show. No kidding, Juggalo Championship Wrestling Stranglemania is now back and in the 11:59 slot. Whoa.
Educate me, Juggalo. Educate me, John. Educate me, chat here. I've kind of heard you and the other another group chat. That person talking about Stranglemania, but I am clueless. I've heard of it. I have no idea what it is.
It's ICP's or no, well, we'll just say it's JCW's WrestleMania, and they like to call in bigger names. Scott Hall has shown up over there. Several names have shown up over there and wrestled. Okay. Tracy Smothers have been like just different. You don't know who's going to show up over there. Shows up. I think that was also one of Congo Kong's first things with the company, and he's now 20 plus years in. But it was something that they would do at the gathering, and it got a ton of people.
So that's what I was just about to ask. I thought the gathering was like the big WrestleMania of the year, but okay. So they should just do it then. They didn't do it this year because they had the GCW, JCW probably, right?
They haven't had a Stranglemania in quite a while, honestly.
Okay.
And El Juggalo says, I didn't do a really good job. No, I did not. I actually haven't seen one of those in so many years because I don't even know. Are they even still really going on? Yeah, Mr. Happy versus Sam Stackhouse. That would be an interesting match, wouldn't it?
Well, we are getting JCW out here in Vegas pretty soon, right?
Yeah, they're going to be coming through January, like mid or late January, I think. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll see. I have a lot of clustered thoughts in my head because at 10 p.m. we're going to have the clusterfuck. That's actually going to go on the next day. Sorry, I jumped ahead of myself.
Yeah, you skipped one.
The next morning will be Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Still no names yet on what's going on there. All I remember is every Big Gay Brunch, Effie always talks about how he's just bombarded with messages to work his show. And he's like, that's it. We're done. Okay, so JCW right here. Thank you, Screwball. It is on January 23rd. And I think there's always a concert that goes along with that. I'm pretty sure.
I actually might try to reach out to that one.
It's not a horrible idea. Also, it's crazy. We're locked in, but Juggalo Championship Wrestling, I don't think they have a podcast. They actually complain about the fact that they don't have wrestling media.
I thought they did because I thought didn't they have the JCW podcast, and didn't they invite us on there to kind of do a JCW versus GCW?
Yeah, I think it was more
another group.
That's more fan driven. I think more than anything. They're not like an arm. You know what I mean? Like an arm of a branch of the tree kind of thing. Let's see here. I'm waiting for Juggalo to see if he's going to give us any information. So Stranglemania was the name for ICP's wrestling tapes back in the 90s. The tapes were meant to be an overdub of a few Japanese deathmatch tapes. They also used the name for an event at the Gathering in 2016. See, this is why we have a Juggalo in chat. Yeah, so this is during the Juggalo Championship Wrestling days, I think, is when they first kicked off with Stranglemania. I don't know. El Juggalo set us straight here. That's what they are here for tonight, is to make sure that.
So yeah,
right,
that's
so
just, the GCW collective weekend. That is a busy weekend, man. That a lot of midnight shows we were saying. It's gonna
yeah,
be crazy.
I don't know what the hell's gonna happen there. We're gonna have to figure that one out. I have a feeling I'm gonna be really tired when all is said and done. I like crashing tired. Yeah. Who has no idea. I'm just reading as I'm talking to you here. So yeah, they are not a JCW podcast, some of them. So yeah, they have a fan one, but yeah, if there was someone out there that really had the love, I'd guarantee, man, go give it a run and get a format together and give it a try. Cause I mean, throw your hat in the ring if you have the love, by all means. That's what I tell anybody. Like the podcast world, the internet is so big, there's room for everyone. I encourage people to go out there and do your best. And actually, we've had people who've had GCW podcasts. We do our best to help them out and get them on the show, or we go on their show and give as much advice possible to try to help them out. Let me just mention one more thing before we go on to the show here. I'm going to get our East Coast correspondent in.
You
got him?
I thought, yeah.
Okay, no. So what I was going to mention here was we have Matt Cardona, who just locked in his SmackDown deal. I'm proud of him, man. You happy about that?
Yeah, that was
good
cool
and
to
bad.
see. I like that. Yeah, like they haven't pulled him from Billy yet, have they? Like the Billy Starks match, yeah, because I know he got pulled off of a couple other cards and stuff, and as champion had to release some belts. But I hope we're able to at least get Billy Starks versus Cardona one last time, but maybe not. But yeah, I'm happy to see him. I think he's going to do some cool stuff in SmackDown.
Well, you know, he was always telling everybody never give up, always be ready, and this is one of those situations where it was. I'm happy that the WWE didn't pass on it, because it feels like this guy's been ready for a while, and I felt like he was what's a good word for it? Thankful. So I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say, but when you're in a job kind of like we are, I don't know a better way to put it. Like saying goodbye to people is the bittersweet part, where you hope they succeed and you say goodbye, but at the same time, you're going to miss them.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. Hoping for the best.
All right, are we ready to cover GCW's Do or Die once we get our third person in here? Frankie, there you are.
You say goodbye and I say hello.
We're getting serenaded. Listen to that.
Right.
Wow.
What up, you dorks?
What's up, fool? Oh, man. So yeah, GCW's Do or Die. This will be GCW's 6th time at the Mecca. 19th time if you count JCW. The walls and lights are white, but are also bare. I would love to see GCW own a very large GCW flag or two and maybe start hanging them.
So the building in Ridgefield Park, normally there are curtains on that back wall, but for whatever reason they disappeared in the last couple of shows.
Yeah, so I don't know what the choice was about that, but I had noticed it had changed around. I mean, it looks nicer if they do something with it, because it's like bright white, but I'm seeing it on TV though. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not seeing all the faults.
The building is it's a shitty building, but it's our shitty building. You know, it's one of those type places. It's weird. They really needs just a fucking set of curtains on that back wall. Because without it, it just looks so bare, and I
love when somebody usually hangs something there and it falls mid-show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens more often than we like to admit it happens.
I'll be honest. I think we should start placing bets on that. Every Mecca show, we place bets on how long for the curtain to fall. We do like 1 through 9. 10th match is free. That'd be fun to figure out. But yeah, the everything is so white. I keep saying it 100 times. It's a one-time investment. They're easy to travel with. Get a couple big ass flags. The venue.
Mine costs $30 on Amazon. Shit, literally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I can't remember what this was, but it was not much, and using it for years. But yeah, I just think that make the venue look like you moved in for the night, and make it look like you took over. because if you allow it to just sit there with bare walls, it really doesn't separate you from any other independent show that's going on the next night or the night before. So I look at it that way. Commentary was spot on. Moles, Emil, Veidt did a great job all night. Production was dialed in. I felt like the stage was set for a good night. Any initial thoughts? People freezing their ass off outside at the Mecca?
Always. But we were keeping ourselves with very, very, very tiny torches about that long that disappeared as you used them.
Yeah.
But
they only last for a couple minutes and they go out.
Yeah, we had to keep sharing them for some reason. It was weird. Damnedest thing. It was not as bad. It started to snow a little bit. I think it was snowing a little bit during the Joey and KJ spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I could not reliably tell you at this very moment. So it was another night at the Mecca for better or for worse. And
in the middle of winter.
Yeah, and we'll get into that clearly.
What about you, B? Any word on the Mecca here? I like seeing it. I don't know. I feel like the fans it was a little quieter than usual. Do you think that was because of the weather or the card, or
I think it being the middle of the week did not help. But the fact it was shitty weather day of made those last minute decisions much easier for people to say no.
Gotcha. I was just wondering about that because I felt like enthusiasm was low at times throughout the show, and I'm like, okay, is it the match? Is it what the hell's going on here? It's fucking New Year's Eve, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna say I was not thrilled with this show.
Yeah.
I've been to more than a few of these New Year's Eve shows, and this was a very weak New Year's Eve show, and you could see it on it was painted on people's faces how much they were just like, can we go out and smoke now? Like
that right there. Also, this is going to be a different review today, people. Yeah. There was a lot of things that went on that weren't very textbook. Yeah. Lots of sloppiness in areas at times.
And we're not expecting star power in every match because star power is not the name of the game at GCW. The name of the game is your semi homegrown talent, your core 10, 15 or so people who are there week to week. You have your one big surprise name every now and again. You have your up and comers. But it was just, I don't know what it was about this card. I do not feel that this was worth the price of admission to be there in person this year. And I'm very judicial when I say things like that.
Yeah. Hey, you work hard for your money. You're allowed to say what you need to. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is what's going on in your head, and you're considered a big fan, you know? Yeah, when you sent me the card from 2022, 2023, 2024, and I'm looking at what was going on those cards, I'm like, shit, no wonder things have something just yeah.
Let's go back to 2021. Just for argument's sake, let's go back to 2021 and pull up GCW Till Infinity 2021.
Yeah, what are like the top 2 or 3 matches on that card?
Just names that you don't see here. Because I'm gonna the top. If you ask for 2 top matches on this card, I'm gonna give you Tony and Cole, PCO over Tremont for the Extreme belt, not the UV belt, the Extreme belt. And then you had Second Gear versus the old Young Dumb and Broke.
Interesting. Okay, but 2022, 2023, and 2024 are the killer years.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is that we had 3 straight years in a row of just killer matches.
And then we had last year, which was till I think this was Till Infinity 2024 was last year, and that was also at Richfield Park, which there were certain people who said that this was, this was a downgrade in quality, which we were not expecting a full-on blowout party like we do on some AC weekends, because 2-night stands in Atlantic City are a completely different beast than driving into a residential neighborhood in northern New Jersey. Those are 2 different things, and I'm trying to be as even as possible about that. Last year was fun, but this year I was very, very nonplussed with this year.
Yeah, I was just trying to like look up because I'm sitting here going, okay, he had which one was it? 2023. What the main event was Jun Kasai versus Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah. GCW
with a rumble
World,
before it. With a rumble before it.
A rumble before that. Before that was the GCW World title, Blake Christian versus Miedo Extremo. You had Murdoch versus Daiju Wakamatsu. Mike Bailey versus Violento Jack.
To be fair, NGI was the night prior.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I mean, 2024. 2024. Janela versus Redacted. Megan Bain versus Murdoch. Kevin Koo, Alec Price. Cole Radrick versus Guarini. Atticus Koga versus Ciclope. Yeah, these are yeah, East West Express versus Wasted Youth would have been, that's a good one at the time there. Main event for 2022 was Vikingo versus Joey Janela.
The fact that was Vikingo, full stop. Vikingo, full stop.
They had a death match, Murdoch versus Sawyer Wreck. They had Mike Bailey versus Too Cold Scorpio. Tony Deppen versus Leon Slater. So I mean, yeah, things in this card is different. Reed is just asking. You did have at least some fun.
Oh, absolutely.
No?
Yeah. I mean, this. I've said this before, and it's the definition of this was a scene, not a show.
Well, I was even saying this card here, like 2024, 2025 went out with a whimper, and then Berwyn was the kick into gear show for the next year.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, at least we're kind of on the same page. Poor B, how you doing up there, bud? Okay, so I mean, how did you feel about the show? Decent show, okay, great, bad, average? Where are you at?
I enjoyed it. I liked it. Like I didn't compare it to the other ones, but for what it was, I got some pretty good. I got the positive notes, I guess, of the night. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm with you too, brother. I think I saw some things here.
I should say yes. I enjoyed. There were matches that we were absolutely glued to our seats for, but the card as a whole was much weaker than I expected it to be.
Reed said, if I stayed home, I'd be disappointed. So there you go.
And this is also saying that, we're jaded, very, very jaded wrestling fans who watch this week for week, for better or for worse. So that definitely can play a factor in some of these thoughts. And me and John have definitely thought of this. I've had this conversation before. So
yeah. All righty, B. Should we start the poor Brent?
We'll start an hour in. GCW's Do or Die from the Mecca in Richfield Park, New Jersey. Show one.
Sorry for joining our therapy session for a second there, boys.
Okay, so for our first match, we had a death match. This was Vipress versus Emersyn Jayne. I wrote here that Emersyn was out of her native country of Scotland for New Year's Eve, getting paid. Good for her. She's tough as nails. John Ash, I want to say, awesome shot on Vipress's entrance where she has her back to the hard cam doing her dance. It looks like she's partying with the crowd and vice versa. This match reinforced to me that Vipress' trajectory is a slower and more calculated descent into hardcore and deathmatch wrestling. I think that's better than throwing her directly into the deep end of the pool. That may work for some like Bear Bronson, but every wrestler should have a story, and I feel her story works best like this. She's doing more than enough, I feel, without going overboard, and if she paces herself well and decides to do it right over time, I could see her being a GCW mainstay for a while. What are your guys' thoughts on her so far over here and going into the deathmatch and hardcore scene?
In the room, my first thought was, oh my God, she's not getting the reaction that she needs to get here in Jersey. And I, from someone from that crowd, I say, please don't take that as gospel. Vipress is a much better wrestler than the reaction she got in that room a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's been killing it. Like, I got more notes on it the next night with her match with Ciclope, but I agree with you. I like the slow burn. I think she's one. If I have it in my next notes. Like, if they're kind of building her not to be like the next Sawyer Wreck, but I think she could be kind of like the next Sawyer Wreck with the women in deathmatch wrestling. Because
she doesn't need to be the next Sawyer Wreck. She needs to, like, you know, I mean, like the fact that we even have to put her in the box of being a female deathmatch wrestler. If she's a deathmatch wrestler, great. And I'm sorry to cut you off on that, B.
No, I think they're building her up like slowly and good, like how they kind of did with Sawyer. And that way, whenever Sawyer got her one big moment at the end, like at least like she got it. But I think if she would have stayed away, I think Vipress is kind of on that way where she's slowly getting over with the fans. I think it's going to be a lot harder, as you were saying, Frank, to get over with the AC crowd for sure, because she's kind of mostly just been on the West Coast. But
well, I mean, unless Frankie and Dodger Blue show up, then we won't have to worry about it.
Right, then she won't. No, I think she'll get there eventually too. But like, I think Sawyer Wreck just kind of got over so fast in AC because like that's kind of where she was first exposed, and GCW was kind of like over there where Vipress was out on the West Coast. So I think she's improving, and not even improving, she's killing it. Like, I wouldn't even say improving, like she's knocked it out of the park in all these matches. And Emersyn, Jayne, and Ciclope being kind of names. I have a more Ciclope later to build her momentum up in the ladder. I think Emersyn, Jayne was a good first match as well, like Ciclope.
So a couple fun thoughts. I was thinking, you know, she wasn't having 14-minute matches in GCW a year ago. That's already, you know, a great thing to say up front. And I also just looked at her and I'm like, if she decides to do tag as an option and she finds the right person, she has the chance to do something really special also. And I wrote in here for Screwball, the Suavecitos, if she could just connect with them. And I wish that the rest of the United States could see what those guys get on the West Coast in the way of heat. She would just plug in so well with them.
There's definitely that disconnect of AC being part of that Philly old school ECW too cool for school. We know the game. We know, you know, we're ironically 5 layers deep enjoying professional wrestling. We're out West. I think they enjoy it much more wholesomely. I think that's not the word I want to use here, but unironically, that's that lane I want to stab down when I'm talking about that.
So then let's kind of get into the match because I haven't even gotten into that yet. Their start was fun. They lock eyes. There's a stare down. Then what I thought was funny, they both kind of nod their heads at each other. They're like, yeah, we're getting ultraviolet. They both slide to the floor, start tossing chairs and doors in the ring. This immediately broke down into the hardcore match I was hoping for. This, also had that fight around the venue. Thought it was great. They both stopped for a drink. You know, Emersyn got hers. Vipress got that sneaky sip in at the end there. Veteran move. I almost think it's becoming a sport at GCW to see who has the best bar spot of the year, because we've been seeing a lot.
Having a bar spot at the Mecca is not that hard because you saw warts and all how close that bar is to everything on the floor in Richfield Park. You know,
I loved it.
I think it's $4. You get your $4 beer, you get your 2 for $3 Mecca dogs, and then you call it a day. And then
tell me they call them Mecca dogs.
They don't, but I'm gonna start shoehorning that in. It's gonna be a thing eventually.
I like Mecca dogs, dude. Something about that sounds good. If I had to cook hot dogs there, I'd be like, you want a Mecca dog? All right, so back into the match here. Vipress is on offense about 60% of the time. Emersyn took some solid punishment. Several times she ate shots to the head and took it like a champ. The first shot, Vipress dove onto her from the apron and she hit the floor hard. There was a second one where there was a poison Rana where she landed hard on that one also. Fans loved the ladies were rougher than their chair shots also. Vipress asked for glass, making a statement she's not afraid to get ultraviolet. The glass pane was accidentally broken in the ring, and you could see both were not thrilled about it at all. And I kind of felt bad for him because I felt like that was really Vipress trying to get that moment in. So I'll just go quick to the ending here. Vipress hits Emersyn with a spike pile driver, put her through a door, hit another spike pile driver, then covered her for 3. So our winner here was Vipress. She still came out the winner. But yeah, there were 1 or 2 things that did not go her way. And let's be honest, that's life. She will have another chance again for sure. And I do know the fans want to see her again.
Yeah.
What do you think, B?
I thought that Vipress and Emersyn Jayne thought this was a big match for both, and they both killed it. I thought for an opening match, they kind of tore the house down, literally, with going outside to the or not outside to the bar. That bar spot was pretty funny too, the highlight of the match for me. But Vipress getting the win, I think, is going to help her momentum moving forward in 2026.
And now, Frank, you were saying something about how the Mecca really isn't a glass place.
Yeah, so I've heard it different ways. I've heard it that it was a true no glass venue after some incidents with some people that like to use chains. I don't know. Don't ask me,
Mm-hmm.
But I've also heard it that it was you can use glass, just clean your shit up, and people just never used glass, so they didn't have to clean their shit up. So unofficially, we've always considered that the Mecca has been a no deathmatch venue. So to see plate glass come out match 1, that popped a very specific population of that crowd that night. So you could see, if you go back, you could probably see that back line of everybody who was crowded up on the merge table was specifically excited for seeing plate glass in that building.
I like that she called it in. I don't know. Something about that's really cool. And again, I feel like there was some thought put into what she's doing on her side right now. And I'm hoping she's thankful Brett's letting her do it. You know what I mean? Bringing a West Coast talent out to the East Coast sometimes doesn't always translate. But it looks like Chicago took to her really well in Berwyn. So we'll see. Do you think that she won? Oh, that's the question I wanted to ask you, Frankie, since you were there live. Do you think she actually won some more fans over after this match, or what do you think here?
It's I want to say yes in my heart. I don't know, because like I said, there's so many mitigating factors of this being a very, peanut gallery heavy show, locals venue on a weeknight, on a holiday. Whatever temperature I can take from that, I don't want to say that this is concrete.
Right.
I want to say yes. In that specific room, there's certain people that have poker faces that you really can't read them.
Yeah.
So
anything else on this one?
No, I don't have anything. I said everything. Next match was Don Freeze versus Jimmy Lloyd.
Now, after Don Freeze's surprising debut in Vermont, I was happy to see him back at a GCW ring. We had Freeze chants welcome him to the Mecca. I'm sure he really appreciated that.
The man got a calendar graphic. Hell, the last time we got a calendar graphic was Maki Ito's return. Fuck. like good on you, Don. Congrats.
That's what I'm saying. He must have he jumped in when the budget was still healthy over there. Jimmy Lloyd out next looking pink. I'm used to his usual gear, so much so that it actually kind of shocked me. I'm like, whoa.
I said that Jimmy must have spent all of his Christmas money on a Call of Duty skins card. Like that's what that reminded me of.
Like the pink, what is pink, it like sand camo?
It was like pink digi camo was what it looked like to me. Oh, if you want to pull up if you want to pull up in the chat, our good friend from the Vandals, Otis says, yeah, the Mecca is not a venue to judge New Jersey by.
Yeah. And again, I think it was the nail was hit on the head when you said this was also the middle of the week. People may have also been working that day and have been up since 4, 5, 6 in the morning to come to the show that night. So
this was a GCW show with an intermission. That doesn't sound like much, but when was the last time you heard intermission on a GCW show?
Yeah. And then we came back, and I don't think I saw much that was intermission worthy at that time. But I'm not,
I think it was. I think it was to set up. I think it was to clean up a death match and to stretch for time for midnight.
Yeah. So back to this Don Freeze and Jimmy Lloyd here. Both started with a more agile offense than you would expect them to have. Don kept up most of that energy throughout the match. Criticism, some of Don's offense has a lot of wind up before the pitch, so to speak. Consider cutting some of that back to avoid being too showy. Jimmy and Don trading beautiful moonsaults. We had an ugly destroyer. Don followed through with the Spanish fly and turned it into a pin. Our winner here was hey, look, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Our winner here was Don Freeze. It was less than 6 minutes, a very short match. I put that both put on an impressive bout of athleticism given their sizes. There were some miscues, but there were also some quick recoveries that really kind of glossed all that over. My final on this one, Freeze needed a more agile opponent given this was his return after a fantastic Vermont debut. I think the plan was to put him in the ring with someone his size and let Don's athleticism create the separation between them. Also, putting him in the number 2 match on the card is a rough spot to try and impress. I'm curious if these were the best conditions to establish a fresh new face.
I think our comments from Kogar kind of answered that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I'm going to be a little rougher on things. And I just wanted to be fair about it and just say, look, this is what I saw. And I like Don, and I believe in what he's doing and who he is.
No, I'm clearly for him. Like I went up and said, congrats, and like, welcome to the world famous Mecca and all that shit. But it's like this show was just like, I know certain Jersey shows can be tough, but there was just an air to this show.
It happens. What about you, B? What are you thinking? I'll be right back, by the way. Give me a second, guys.
No, you're good. I wrote not the cleanest of matches, but it was still a good way to get Freeze back into GCW. I know we'll see him back in GCW in the future better than he was tonight. Jimmy coming out in that pink gear should have told me that this match was going to be a different one. Adam laughing at Jimmy when he stumbled on the moonsault absolutely killed me. Like, it just came out on video, him just like laughing in the background. But yeah, Freeze getting the win, I think, was a good thing, and I think we'll see him back again just because of his energy alone and his there you go, charisma is a better word. Is definitely going to bring him back, I think. Reed, I hope Jimmy hit that gear. I don't know if Jimmy did that one, but
yeah, I was not expecting actual gear from James Lloyd on this show.
Pink camo too. That was shocking.
Like, I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it was for, but I'm like, okay.
I like this leftover broski gear.
But it had 2 legs. It can't be. It had 2 legs.
All right. The next match was the 6-person tag team match as Bustah and the Brain team with Flying Ryan Oneill going against the Long Lost Brothers, which is Junie Underwood, Ricky Price, and Troy Locke. Real quick, I just kind of have short notes here, then I'll let you go over, Frank, while we wait for John. I was just happy to see Ryan teaming with Bustah and the Brain. I think he's going to get great experience, especially after everything that they're doing now and all the credibility that they're getting. I think him getting the rub from them is a good way to get experience and an easy way to kind of get him over with the crowd. Bustah and the Brain, I think, as I always say, need a tag feud. I think every time we don't see him kind of defending the belts and they're in these matches, like, they're fun, they're good showcase matches, but I think they're just missing a tag feud right now.
We really just need more championship defenses, for better or for worse, in some spots.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk like the next night. That Bang and Matthews just seemed like they could just easily be a easy fit, even if it's for like a 3-show feud. Like, start building some momentums about on this tag run, because after all the credibility and now getting on Ring of Honor and getting shouted out from New Japan tag teams as being challenged when they come over here, I think they just need that little extra story to help get them further along. And I think a lot of casuals' eyes. For me, though, the long lost brothers, Junie Underwood for me is the standout in that group. He's good. I know I've seen a couple other people talk about him and hype him up, but to finally kind of see him in the ring, I've seen him a little bit before, and I forgot what other company, but he's good. He's solid, and I think
I want to say New South, but I think I'm definitely wrong when I say New South.
I think we've seen him on like a GCW or JCW show before, Junie Underwood. I can't remember specifically. I think that's where I first saw him. But yeah, he's doing good. I think he could. JCW seems like a good fit for him.
I
Junie
agree.
worked for Jersey. There we go.
I'm back.
Sorry, yeah, we just went right into that one.
Okay, so respectively, just being honest, after having those first 2 matches, this was a welcome amount of wrestling here. Junie and Ricky usually work together under the tag team name Smash and Burn, but they added Troy and decided to go under a different name, the Long Lost Brothers. Bustah and Brain and Ryan are out next. They have tremendous positive energy. We have Flying Ryan chants going throughout the Mecca. If Locke doesn't tag with Warhorse, he's missed his wrestling calling. I'm just gonna say it. I kept seeing the makeup on there, and I'm just like, oh man.
I had that same thought. I didn't vocalize that at the time, but I had that same thought. Yeah.
Also, he had an awesome hold on Alec Price that suspended him in midair. I don't know what to call it, but it was impressive as hell. There was a cool spot where Ryan was propelled into the Long Lost Brothers corner. He kicked both men off the apron. Then he flipped backwards onto his feet. Oh, to be young again. The Long Lost Brothers were good wrestlers, known their in-ring work, but fell flat for me personality-wise in this match. I'm unsure if it's by design or if Bustah, Brain, and Ryan's personalities just outshine their opponents. Our winners here, Bustah and Brain and Ryan Oneill via a super acid bomb. I wrote here this would have been my opener, but it's probably the match of the night. And I wrote that before I went further into the show, but this would have been my opener. Who knows? What do you guys have to say about this one?
I tend to agree with you, John, that it was like the actual first wrestling match of the show, you know?
Yeah.
I definitely think that they're still stuck on this showcasing Ryan and Jordo and Alec kick that they haven't had. I don't want to call it a squash match, but it's definitely driving towards that part of town. You know, this was definitely a match for YDNP and Ryan versus a match for all 6 guys in that ring.
I agree. Yeah, that's kind of what I said earlier, John, in my notes.
Yeah.
Like, it's good to see Ryan getting the rub off of B&B, but I think busting the brain. And
Ryan is already solidified as a Jersey favorite. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Yeah.
Ryan can do no wrong in Jersey these days. So if they're trying to build him up, he's good. He's already earned his stripes in Jersey. He's earned that crowd. We've got his back now. Now I want to start seeing those matches where he may not win.
Good point. It's like telling booking basically, okay, we got your point. Now what? And I think that's where we're at right now. As fans, we're at the now what stage. Sorry,
yeah.
B.
No, you're good. I wanted to bring this up here because I was talking about how busting the brain, like I've always been lately, just they're missing that feud for the belts. And I would have said yes to this a couple months ago. I think I even said back then Vandal 48 would be a great team to take it off. But I think maybe Nate, do you think they get a 4th? Is my kind of question.
With Otis in the deathmatch lane right now, that's sort of by default, but by logical booking. I'm not going to say by all booking, by logical booking, putting him in the deathmatch lane kind of takes Otis and Napier out of the tag team lane. If you want to do this evolution, one stable holding all the belts thing.
Now, here's where I was going with that, though. That would leave kind of Christian by himself, and maybe Christian's going to look at all the gold and like, hey, I want some gold. And I think maybe this would be a good way to kind of get Bev. I have this in my notes later, but I feel like if we're going to use Bev, I want to use him as a story, not just kind of outside, like trying to find himself, but Bev kind of temporarily.
They've said the words family born gang enough times that when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. A couple of months ago, I said, yeah, we're just waiting for that other shoe to drop for member number 4 to join Vandals. I think we're set. I'm finally of the camp. I think we're set. I don't think we're going to get Vandal number 4. I think these are the 3 men that are going to be running the stable until this angle's done.
But see, here's where I'm going to go. Like, I would do it like as a kind of like a red herring, like throw Christian Napier, like, hey, I need a partner to challenge the belts. And then Bev comes in and says, hey, like, guys, like, I'm trying to get back in with you guys to kind of use it as his way to get in. He kind of teams with Christian, but then like, I don't know. Like, I think there could be a way for a 4th. I see what you're saying. And I think they will be strong for right now.
There's always a way for it to happen. But
old Koger,
the way that those guys have been so careful and so methodical with their promos and all of their material, that the words family born gang like that,
I don't think anybody else from 440 or from that Ohio scene is blood relatives to them. I don't think we're going to see another member. I think what's going to happen, if we want to keep going, I'm the fourth Vandal. No. If that's going to happen, I think this is going to wait until, if it happens, if Otis doesn't take the UV belt off of Matt, I think that's when we're going to see those two pop up in the tag division.
So go ahead, B, because I'm going to go somewhere else before.
I was just going to say, I think they have to at this point. With the Otis got to be taking it off Tremont Dallas.
I agree. I agree that it's probably the time to take it off of Matt, and I think Otis is the man to do it. But then, that leaves Christian metaphorically not holding the bag anymore. And
do you know what I'd do with him? I'd put him in the Jersey J Cup, and I'd give him an extensive run, and I think that would give him some clout there.
Credibility.
Yeah, and you don't have to make him win. You just have to have him run deep. And he has to have 2 or 3, maybe give him 2 good matches and then drop him out after that. But that's where I'd put him, and make him work a little JCW. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I don't want them holding both the UV and the tag, because
there's a JCW title they could hold.
Yeah, no, you're right. At JCW is absolutely, you can definitely put that on him. It's just, I don't want to see a belt collector gimmick like that again.
I don't want to see double champions. I guess I was pulling.
I don't want to see double champions. We already have way too much traffic in all of these lanes to have double champions again.
I agree. There's enough talent and enough cool stories there. You don't have to interweave them all
once in a while and make it work. And it's cool because of for X reason or Y reason.
Thanks, Ryan.
Ryan. But right now, there's way too much talent at the top to do double champions. You have so many people capable of holding belts that double champions just seems wasteful.
Well, I'm gonna challenge Otis. I'm so sorry, Beat. I cut you off.
Go.
I'm gonna challenge Otis for something. There is gonna be one thing in this run that I want to see, because it's only a matter of time for that guy. I have a feeling I'm seeing too many good things clicking.
Yeah.
I want to see mic work. I want to know where the mic work is going to come from, because as a champion, you're going to need to speak for yourself. And I want to see where the mic work comes from and where it goes. That's going to be the big challenge. I think
he's got some great help in the wings and when it comes to mic work and promo work.
Agree. But as a champion, make sure to also stand on your own. Think about what you need to say and make sure you say it. You're following. If you beat Matt, you're following a fantastic mic worker in Matt Tremont. So remember, that's who you're replacing along the way. So keep a straight head. Make sure you know what you're going to say. And if you do have something, keep it short. Say it nice and sweet. Let everything in the ring speak for it. And then if you do have something to say, it'll have more weight because you don't have to say as much. But yeah, mic work is what we're going to be on. We want to see you really get out there and stretch yourself a little bit. And working the microphone is something that we all believe in. Anything else, guys?
No, I think I'll get there later with Otis.
Okay.
I know you're saying he had the talking part. I actually kind of got that in my notes later on.
Yeah.
Our next match was the one called Manders versus Zachary Wentz.
I wrote here that the match felt very Revolver the whole time. I'm not a huge Wentz fan, although I think he is a solid wrestler. I have nothing negative to say. It just doesn't click for me. Perfectly fine. I love Manders. Happy to see this match. Everything he's done for the last couple years have been increasing in quality, hand over hand. This was hard hitting at times, more of a brawl. Nobody was coming off the top rope or flipping very much at all. Fans were quiet at times. We've spoken about this. But they did end up getting into it slowly as this one progressed. At the end, they were fully engaged here. This would have been a perfect number 2 match for old school Smash Mouth wrestling purists. Being fair, this didn't need to be 15 minutes, but I'm guessing they wanted to put on a match. Plus, it's New Year's Eve. And also, Manders said later on that him and Zachary used to live together. And so I get it. These are 2 friends getting back together again, putting on a match together. I'm cool with that. It's New Year's Eve, smiles all around. Our winner in this one called Manders with one of those patented lariats. What are you guys thinking?
Veidt, please. Ah, you got bit.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let him roll, see how long.
It would have been a while too, because I'm looking down.
Yeah.
A while. I haven't looked up and saw the chat. The contrast in styles, I thought they would mesh well together, and I thought it did. Like these two, I thought had a pretty good chemistry going on in this match. Manders and his in-ring psychology and crowd control continues to improve every time we see him. I come the opposite of you, John. I love Zach Wentz and the Rascals. I think he's fun and unique to watch. And Manders with a victory here, and as you're going to probably get to, I don't know if you did or not, the promo afterwards. I enjoyed seeing that.
What do you think, Frankie?
Close line.
I think this was definitely hampered by the heckler pre-match, which you did not mention.
We
but
did say, yeah.
That definitely put a hush over the crowd for the first couple minutes of this match.
So that was what really that was the killer of the moment. Really,
yes.
Yeah. It stinks.
The kid, did he have a kid with them?
He had probably
an
8-year-old kid with him too. That they both.
That's where I felt bad too. That's why I saw Manders just shaking his head. Like, man, you got the kid kicked out and everything just because of your mouth. Like, that's awful.
That's an important lesson, maybe, you know. That's an important lesson, you know. So it is what it is. But yeah, okay. Anything else on this one? I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you had like a little. I don't know if you mentioned it, but yeah, Manders kind of cut the promo at the end.
Yes,
I thought in hyping up the Do or Die Rumble, I thought was smart too to start hyping up what's going to happen. Still,
it was very much when you said Revolver. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, because like there's that quintessence of promotions that you can say this is a GCW match or this is a Revolver match, and to us that are plugged in like that, I know exactly where you're talking about. But there are no words in the English language that can quantify what we mean by that.
Yeah. I can't put it into words more than it feels like a Revolver match. It had a Revolver match kind of thing going on.
It was just that those two guys, like, those two guys are Revolver guys. So, that's very much a match that could have occurred in Revolver, but like beyond like the banner, the flag above that match, that yes, it definitely felt like a Revolver match.
Anything else on this one?
Nah, that's all I had.
I mean, yeah, no, it was a fun match, but like, it was a straight up match. Like, there's nothing that I can really add to what you guys said. Yeah.
The next match was a 6-person tag team death match, as it was Ciclope, Dr. Redacted, and Matt Tremont going against Vandal 48.
As expected, both teams had a great reception. I feel Vandal 48 is trying to bring back the old attitude, the bite that the fans have been missing from GCW, and part of me wishes they would just upset the whole freaking cart. Before the match starts, there's an intense stare down between Matt and Otis. Camera caught the whole thing dead on, and it looked great. Whatever they were selling, I was going to be buying. Otis and Tremont opened the match in ring while the other 4 men fought on the outside. This was a good peek at the future singles bout that's bound to happen in Dallas. We had doors, chairs, barbed wire doors and barbed wire chairs. Gussets came out between Matt and Otis. They're both dripping early, selling their ongoing rivalry. I don't know how Ciclope wrestled in his jacket for a good bit of the match, but how the hell is he not hot in that thing was what I was thinking. Redacted was getting chance for just entering the ring. That happened 3 different times, and it's hard to deny that, especially when the fans were as quiet as they were during different other times. Way over?
He's so fucking over. Like, if Otis didn't come in right when Otis did, as that, as the next heir apparent to the UV title, I'm telling you, put it on the fucking Doctor. Just so the crowd has that 100% pure chaotic good face.
I like to call it our champion. I like to call it, they can look at him and go, that's our champion. You might have called all these other guys, but this one here, this one's our champion.
Like to the 12 D&D players in the crowd tonight. Dr. Redacted is the fucking epitome of chaotic good.
See, I would have him kind of be building Dr. Redacted up for after Otis. Like that would be the one I would be building up just because of his reaction.
He
and
has to be
everything.
in the mix because,
there we go.
I would put him
Screwball.
at chaotic neutral.
No, he's
Yeah.
chaotic good because if you watch his entrances, he pushes the shit out of people. But he went up to the little girl and shook his hand like.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, you got me.
Like he's chaotic good because he knows exactly the kind of bullshit people want, and then punishes the evildoers. So I will put him on chaotic good.
Another thing in this one here, Otis and Redacted had some time against each other. Maybe we see Redacted Otis in the future. This is maybe something that we were just talking about, maybe coming down the road. The last time that Otis and Redacted met in singles action, January 27th, 2024 at NHB 57. So if Brett pulls the trigger, that's a good one. The match had a scramble pacing with a lot of 2-on-1s. There was a huge spot where Napier was pushed off the top rope and threw a barbed wire door bridge on the floor. I'll go into our ending here because, again, a very short match.
If I may
only
cut you off, John, I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir. No, you're good.
I just had. Oh, I'm sorry. No, carry on. I thought I just Googled NHV 57. Like, wait, that had to be a Chicago show. No, it did not. It was an H2O show. So carry on.
So the ending on this one, Atticus pounded a gusset into Redacted's head, and he was dripping blood off his nose immediately. There's also blood in his right eye. Redacted then got put through a barbed wire door and covered by Otis for 3. Our winners here, Ciclope, Redacted, and Matt Tremont. I think I wrote that wrong. It's okay. So those were, I put covered by Otis for 3. I don't think Otis won on this one here.
I don't think so. I
wrote covered by Otis. Winners here with Ciclope, Dr. Redacted, and Matt Tremont. Don't trust anything I say. After the match, Tremont is pulling Redacted out of the ring, and stares between Matt and Otis continue. They were purposely selling the static, and I loved it.
Yeah, that stare down was, as you said, that sold it for me, man. That you just have people fighting around and then 2 people that was beautiful. As I was saying earlier.
Wait. He did.
So I was wrong.
Yeah. You said you were. I thought you fixed it afterwards, though. I was reading the chat.
No.
Because I looked at Cage Match, and I don't trust me because I read Cage Match, and Cage Match is fucked up. I'm sorry.
I tried to steal his thunder. I'm sorry, Otis.
99% of the facts we read on this show are pulled straight from Cage Match. I'm sorry, we fucked up.
I'm about to say I didn't say anything. I'm not involved in that one. Like when you were reading that, that's like, what is going on here?
Well, I had to have screwed myself up while I'm watching it because I do mine while I watch it, like in real time, and I'm sitting there and I must have written it out and went, well,
that
who the hell knows? No drinking involved. I don't know what the hell.
Oh no, drinking was entirely involved on my side tonight, so forgive me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm a good boy. Anything else on this one you guys can think of?
I've just been enjoying that whole Bear Dozer Vandal 48 feud and how like the teams are gonna go after the other person's belts. I think it's been awesome to kind of see how it's been playing out. And yeah, I think Tremont has been on a roll, obviously, but Otis, it's his time. Like I don't know. I would definitely put it on him in Dallas, have him in, as someone said earlier, and I kind of been mentioning too, have Vandal 48, yeah, he's a good noodle. Wreaking havoc all over GCW, taking over shows, the MDK show. I thought that was interesting. Teasing a takeover over that time slot, as you said, Screwball. But I would, I'd
to
be
be fair,
going
we have history of that happening, of people from Ohio taking over MDK branded shows. So I mean,
yeah,
it's not the first time it's happened. So
yeah, I just think right now Otis is undeniably the one that's going to be taking it off Tremont and having his own little run. But as we were saying, just to kind of look forward booking, you got to be putting Redacted up there to kind of take it off Otis. Just as you were saying, John, the fans, and as you were saying, Frank, the fans in AC, like they are chanting Dr. Redacted. He's over everywhere. Got the chat saying they just want to be pushed by Dr. Redacted. So yeah, that's going to be fun too as watch. But I want to watch Otis and Atticus kind of take over GCW.
Please don't kill the Otis. Please don't kill.
So I look at it like this. I believe that at some point it would be smart to have Redacted get that UV in 2026, maybe late 2026. here's why I say that. There's been a ton of times at GCW where we've missed the mark on putting a belt on someone who's hot. Like we have Effie as a champion in 2020. Yeah. And then the thing is that we had Effie as champion in 2025. He should have had that fucker in 2022. We had Allie, never been champion. She should have had that shit a couple years before that. Like there's so many times where but it seems like the decision was never to strike when the iron was hot on quite a few champions.
Hell, I heard scuttlebutt from a couple people that said, like, you know, if Hammerstein didn't happen the way it happened, it would have happened differently. And you know, somebody else might have been walking out with that belt in Hammerstein.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. Yeah. See, James is even saying here. Yeah. So, I mean, this makes for one hell of a fight at the top. You've got Tremont. You've got, oh my gosh, this is what we wanted though. We wanted a stacked deathmatch card that we have talent just dripping out of our ears at this point. And that's what's going on here. Yeah. Look at his cup. I love your cup, B. Frankie, you don't watch the Y-Files, do you? On YouTube?
No,
it's like it's a show for like UFOs and ghosts and all kinds of like conspiracies. Yeah. He's got a cup from the channel. And every time I see it, anyway.
All right. Our next match is, I think it was James Noter's match of the night, as he said earlier in the chat. Ray Jazz versus Azriel.
Okay, here's that tough love I was talking about that comes with my New Year's resolution and just being constructive criticism. With full respect to both men, this match didn't belong on this show. This was more of a JCW match than a GCW match, and they all they had very little connection with the audience, and that showed. I feel bad for Ray, especially because this is the second time he's been put in a weird spot at GCW. He had that match at Dream On with Lucky 13 that also didn't really fit the rest of the card. Our winner was Ray Jazz, and that's just that's that.
I don't think I don't think Ray Jazz has ever been announced for a GCW card before he's been on it. Like, it's this one and the next match. No, not this one. The one after it. So, like, there were two of these matches that were just did not belong on the cards. Did not belong on the card. Like, it's yeah. Reed saying Mr. Smith. We had more fun making a joke from the settlement series than we did watching this match.
Explain Mr. Smith to Reed.
Okay, so back.
I think Reed knows it.
No, the settlement series way back when it was like during the IWTV days, where they were just when Brett was just putting in those blow off shows on IWTV. One of the things was that People's Court themed show where Azriel came in as Azriel Smith and was referred to as Mr. Smith. So for the next 17 times he's showing up on a GCW or adjacent card, the chant has just been Mr. Smith. And it's
was that against Axton Ray, right? And Axton Ray's grandma's sandwich or something like that.
Bro, I'll just say it out loud for the first time ever. B, I love you. I love GCW. There have been times we have covered some shit, and there are some things in that settlement series that were just straight up fucking. There was fun. There were tears. It was
the first two settlement series shows were hilarious piss takes. The next six shows were some of the worst bullshit H2O rental shit I have ever seen in my fucking life.
It is what it is, guys. The settlement series is mostly lost media.
Yeah. Unforgettable X-Ray. I miss him too. I don't know whatever happened to him, but I do miss
Atticus.
him. Yeah,
I mean, he has sort of been forgotten. So I mean,
yeah. Well, okay. Is there a reason that I don't know about?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just making a joke because his name was unforgettable and he's forgotten now. So.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I thought this was a nice match to continue to introduce the crowd to Ray Jazz and to bring back Azriel. But other than that didn't have much on it. Not, unfortunately. All right, our next match was the Bergen County Street Fight match. Sorry. It was KJ Asshole versus Joey Janela.
So I'm guessing Bergen County is where the Mecca is located.
Yes, yeah.
because everybody outside of the fucking county has no fucking clue what a goddamn Bergen County street. I see. I did all my cussing in one little stretch right here. That's the most Jersey joke I've ever seen in my life.
Literally just to pop the 12, because it's like you can't call it a Ridgefield Park street fight. Like,
right. Yeah, it's the Wawa turkey sub fight, eh, guys? It's the turkey fight, eh? That's what we're getting out here in Las Vegas.
It's the whole thing about New Jersey is that so compressed here that if you have something that you refer to by city, like if you have a concert tour or something that you said, we're going to Philadelphia and we're going to New York City and we're going to New Jersey, they never say the actual fucking city it's in. They just say we're going to New Jersey, which means they're going to one of two venues, which means they're going to Newark or they're going to like PNC in Monmouth County. It's like it's so compressed that cities don't exist. It's counties.
Yeah, let's make it a Bergen County street fight match.
Cloud says, I love according to the rules of a street fight, they both showed up in jeans.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is why you heard so many jeans adjacent chants come over on the broadcast.
Jeans forever.
Joey Ginella chants came across a couple times.
Oh, I like that one.
Gene CW.
Gene CW. I like that. I like that one a lot. Did you announce the beginning of this one, B, or are we just making fun of it? Okay,
yes,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so being a street fight, both men were obviously going to be wearing jeans and t-shirts. KJ attacks Joey, and we have a hot start. Both men fighting around the venue, chairs and doors involved early, Joey putting himself through a door, then smoking mid-match. They go to the outside of the Mecca. The pile driver on the car was badass. And Frankie, I'm going to go back to you. Was there a cop there?
I swear I heard a cop whoop whoop like twice while they were doing that spot on the car hood. Because I think I think it was a plant car. Obviously, it was a plant car that came up right behind the ring trailer. But I think on the other side of the intersection was a cop car that just like chirped twice, and that's why everybody hauled back into the building.
Giving credit to the amount of punishment KJ took, garbage can was thrown in the ring, and KJ gets thrown from the top rope and completely crushes the can. Both made Joey's Snapdragon suplex look phenomenal. KJ takes 2 Death Valley drivers onto a barbed wire chair. Janela was mostly on offense for a larger percentage of the match. Joey's laid across a door bridge on the floor, and KJ hits a splash from the top rope. KJ tombstones Janela on a chair and hits character assassination and covers for 3. Our winner in this one, and I really shortened a 27-minute match. Our winner was KJ.
Christ, that was 27 minutes.
Yeah, a hard-fought match. I put both worked their asses off. Very fun to watch. I wouldn't change a thing about what they did. Like most Janela or KJ matches, there was a lot packed into it, and I appreciated it. Oh, yeah, your hat got taken.
Yeah, Reed saying his hat got taken.
And there was a cop.
The police, Ash is saying police showed up.
What's up, Ash?
So yeah.
Ash is going to be sending me a lot of packages soon.
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just scared. I just now thought about it. Hit me up when you get a chance, Ash. I'm almost scared to know when packages are coming.
I wrote for this one, what a brawl. Like, this was what I want to see from brawls. Like, I loved how it went outside. I loved how they actually did the pinfalls on the outside and had some near falls. Like, they wrestled all over the building, and I think I agree with you, Ishmael. I think this was better than their first match. This is how falls count anywhere should be. Them going outside, fighting on the car, had me rolling. This match actually had like good wrestling inside. I think they had good ring psychology. It got bloody, extreme, brawled everywhere. The hatred these two have towards each other carried this match to a great one. KJ ends the year with the way Fuego started it, with another great performance. And KJ has really brought the best out of Joey, I think, since his Sabu match. And I'm glad KJ got the win, and hopefully he keeps digging at Joey and bringing out the best in Joey. God, I hated saying that.
Hey, I like the match period. And I know you have a rivalry with KJ. But ever since he's come to the company, he's improved some things in his atmosphere, and I think it's improved others. I just want to, it's 2026, and if there's one nice thing I'll say, I'll give him that much right now. I think he's improved himself and those around him, and it's made GCW a better place. I'm thankful.
This match, you just said that this match was 27 minutes, right? I was there live, and
And in a group of people that normally get very bored very quickly if a match is not, to their liking, that match felt so much shorter than 27 minutes, and that's the nice. And that's like that match flew by, and I watched that 2-3 times on TV as well. That it is that this was so much fun. This was exactly the kind of match that a bullshit show like this needed.
See, I kind of have to disagree. Like, I thought, like, I looked, I'm like, Jesus, this match is forever. Like, but in a good way. Like, it felt like a Joey match, but in a good way. Like, I know you weren't saying it in a bad way, but like, for me, it felt long, but like, I'm enjoying this. I'm digging it. This is what I want. One of these Falls Count Anywhere, this blood feud. Like, I think this really. As Reed, you're saying, what's next for Joey and KJ? You got a rubber match. It's 1-1. Like, I think it's got to finish at spring break. For me, that's just a logical. Yeah. Like, I think but what do you do? 3 stages of hell? Where do you go from a street fight? I mean, we've seen Mance Warner and they've done, what they have, what did Mance Warner do when he was champion? They had like, him and Effie had all those kind of matches, the I Quit matches.
Well, they did Cage of Death, which really doesn't count because that's
Cage of Death. Yeah,
what a wild match that was.
Yeah, Cage of Death.
Well, BB confronting KJ at the Collective this year. Screwball is actually making the prediction for us, probably sooner at the UCC February 14th.
We're gonna do we're gonna recreate West Side Story with all the snaps in the alley behind the behind the horse show.
We're just gonna have them walking in.
At the UCC, just walking down the back alley. I'm gonna be seeing a lot of KJ that weekend. Ugh, joy.
It's a beautiful
thing. KJ Survival. I don't think they could drag it out that far.
No, I think that this goes to Mania, and that's it.
What's next is KJ gets a title shot. No, he's definitely getting a title shot. Or definitely getting a trilogy.
Sorry, I saw BattleBots Arena. Just
they do the old Booker T Stone Cold supermarket fight, but they do it in Omega Mart.
They got to fight in the casino or something, like on the strip.
If you've never seen what Omega Mart is, it's like
wild.
It's like the most crazy, fucked up supermarket you've ever seen in your life, and I think that kind of fits that the best.
So B, I don't know if you're a Jet or a Shark. You know West Side Story. That's the 2 gangs, the Jets or the Sharks. So I don't know which one would you be, dude.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie.
No. You got to choose a side.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pick Shark because it sounds better than a Jet. I have no idea.
This fucking guy.
I probably just signed up for something I have no idea.
Can't take him anywhere.
You can't. Like you guys said West Side Story. I'm like, please don't bring that shit to me because I have no idea. I've seen Jet or Shark. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Say a Blade 84 Omega Mart deathmatch. Take my money. See, I'm right.
I'm in.
Yep.
That's great.
All right. Yeah, I'll be seeing something. I think I'll be seeing KJ Collective, unfortunately. As long as Stanley's not there, like I'm cool with rather deal with KJ than Stanley at the moment. Our next match was Teriyaki versus Griffin McCoy.
So pacing was all right in this one. Quality back and forth wrestling at times. McCoy hit Teriyaki with a nasty brain buster onto the floor. I wrote here, I think McCoy needs a complete character rehaul. Not the wrestling, not the person, just the character. I just feel like maybe he should be kept on JCW until he's retooled properly. I feel like what he's been doing has been tried for years and it's just not going over the way maybe it should. Given his abilities, I'm hoping he kind of finds himself because it's just, I've been watching these matches for a while. I think he's a good guy. I think he's great at wrestling. He's trying to get the fucking wristwatch over so much that I don't think he's getting over.
It was a match. It was a match.
Yeah. Terry's offensive moveset. Yeah. Terry's offensive moveset kept parts of this match exciting. He was the bright spot and needed another opponent. At times, fans were quiet and the wrestlers were the only ones making noise. Our winners here were Teriyaki. Our winner was Teriyaki. I wrote here that another opponent would have justified the 11 minutes they wrestled.
All right, we're done. Cool. Moving on to the Rumble.
Got him again.
I'm drinking. No KJ tonight. I'm not drinking. No, I wrote this was a great showcase of amazing young talent in this match. Someone said, where to go up here? Like, yeah, like it shouldn't have happened. I don't know. I kind of disagree. I agree with you, John, fully that Griffin McCoy might not be that person to get this spotlight and showcase match, especially like the video package that they did at Teriyaki. Like they were really trying to build these two, but for me, I'm the same way. I love Teriyaki. His uniqueness and creativity in the ring is always fun to see. For Griffin, I wrote both are growing. Each time we see them, they knock it out of the park. In this one, Griffin is so good as a heel, and Teriyaki is so innovative in the ring. And I just want to see Teriyaki carry this momentum forward in 2026, kind of like I was saying for Vipress.
Hey man, he gets all kinds of reactions across the board, huh?
Yeah, some bias.
It is what it is.
All right, our next match was the Do or Die Rumble. I'm not saying all those names. I'm not saying all those names.
It was a Rumble.
So there were 20 participants. 12 out of 20 of the participants were in matches earlier in the night. So that gave the match sort of a we're throwing it together with what we have kind of a feeling. Flying Ryan had a solid showing. Slade cleaned house on his entrance. Ciclope came out in a towel with a toothbrush and fought that way. When Alec came in, Oliver followed with the next pick. They teamed with Charlie shortly before he was eliminated. Don Freeze had a short appearance because KJ knocked him off the apron. Sleepyhead did his thing and slept. Vipers had a good run until KJ eliminated her. Pink Ranger Jimmy Lloyd came out with a full head of steam and unloaded on Bustah and Brain. Manders eliminates Slade, goes deep into the match. Otis and Napier came out together as the final entrant. Otis took out Bustah and Brain back to back. Effie may have drawn first, but he lasted through all but the last two entrants because Manders eliminated Effie. Effie looked shocked. He was screaming on the floor. Napier comes back out after his elimination, and Effie fights him off. Effie drops the rope to help Manders, but Otis reverses, and Manders gets thrown out. So our winner in the Do or Die Rumble is Otis Kogar. Atticus comes out. Otis says he's coming for the GCW Ultraviolent Championship in Dallas. And now we've touched on this, guys. Let's go back to the match here. What are your impressions on this match?
As soon as I saw Effie coming out first, I was like, okay, he's going the distance and he's gonna go the whole thing. He's gonna do something at the end of the match. Jordo coming out to Screwball says Jordo coming out to Alex's music. I don't think Jordo was coming out to Alex's music. I think Jordan was officially coming out to their combination theme that just happens to be very Alec heavy at the top. So, but yeah, like having Charlie come out afterwards.
I was just laughing because I left Pink Ranger Jimmy in and I didn't realize it until I said it.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody online said it looked like Batman's the Penguin fucked the Pink Ranger, and I saw it and I went, "Oh no, I didn't see it." So I wrote the Pink Ranger because someone said it, and then I never took it back out again. But I don't know, man. It's the Pink Ranger. I like it. I couldn't wear it. I'd make it look even worse.
Pull Crow up real quick.
Damn it! Don't pull Crow up. That's what I was about to. That's near the end of my notes.
Okay.
Just kidding. No, you're good. Are you done, Frank? I don't want to cut you off.
No. It was a Rumble. End of notes. Like,
for me, I wrote Effie coming out first. I thought was the perfect kind of prelude to his crash out at the end. This story for Effie is going to be fun to watch. Like him, just like getting in, curling up, and screaming, and that primal scream. I loved it. Like I'm all for this Effie crash out. I'm all for. I'll show it up here in a minute, Crow, when I say it. I'm all for this crash out. It's going to be fun to watch, and I think Veidt Scott did a great job all show long on commentary, but I think during this match especially, like pointing out the little key storylines to some of the casual viewers of maybe like what's going to happen. For me, it was like her mentioning Vandal 48 wanting to work together and win this Rumble to protect Atticus and not have him defend the belt. I thought was great storytelling from her. Seeing Dr. Redacted and Slade kind of interact with people they normally wouldn't interact throughout the Rumble was cool to see, because we know they're mostly death matches, but they're like Doc got his hands like Flying Ryan and some other names. So I think that was cool to see all the different interactions. But overall, I enjoyed this Do or Die Rumble with all the little stories told throughout. And here we go, Crow. And at least seemingly we already have this year's cash in before last year's cash in. So I found that very interesting as well. But I loved the storytelling of the Rumble.
I'm right there with you. What the hell? How the hell are you going to have someone challenge and the one from last year can't get their shit together fast enough to go, I'll pick you. I'll pick you. How hard is fuck? Pick someone for her and go, you know what? Show up on January 16th. Fuck, but pick someone at some point. What's the point of starting a fucking story and not finishing it a year and a half to pick a fucking opponent? Like, shit or get off the pot at this point. Another one who should have had a fucking championship who was hot a year ago and shouldn't have, was Megan Bayne, and just never got that either. There's so many people that the people would have felt more. The people would have felt more heard if some of these people may have been champion for a while.
Can I say something else?
No. Yes.
Okay. All right. Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, shit happens. Cole still has money in the bank.
Boom. Yep.
So someone tweeted out earlier that Megan Bayne just got announced for that Dallas show. Something tells me that Dallas show, as if Atticus kind of wants to continue that storyline of rewriting the script and rewriting the timeline and fixing it, Dallas would be the great place to start this Vandal 48 takeover of the MDK club and all this other stuff. Like that was technically where he, in his mind,
we are on the
he
road
was
to
going to challenge
now. So I mean, like this would be the time you start writing those, like, because
Megan coming out,
like coldest winter, right about the times that spring break storylines start actually solidifying themselves
in LA. Yeah. February.
So like we're right, like traditionally coldest winter would be late January, that first week of February, right?
Yep, it's going on mid-February.
So
this
like
year.
You know, having those first steps and those first little breadcrumbs of a storyline showing up late January makes perfect sense. So yeah, that totally tracks.
Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, honestly,
we're fucking fans. We want to see a fucking show. Don't write a fucking story and then go, we'll wait year and a half for it to finish up. Christ.
And see,
come
just
on.
one thing.
What's the big story we're waiting on? Like, who's going to be the major champion we're waiting? Who are we protecting? Like, just have the fucking match so we stop talking about it.
Did you ever put the national anthem on that soundboard?
No, I've never thought about it. But it was something no, I won't do it. There's no rant, but there would have been a rant.
Oh, no, I have one coming up.
It's independent wrestling. What the fuck are we waiting on? Let's not treat it like there's a major story, but also at the same time treat it like there's no room to ever have a story. Shit or get off the pot on this
Slam.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna say something really quick. Hood Slam has an entire alternate reality game going on right now, where they've changed the name of the promotion. Every single roster member is a different character at the moment.
Well, that takes creativity and time.
Like, how fucking hard is it to book a throwaway cash in?
And it's independent wrestling, so it's not like there's sponsors and major storylines and millions of dollars involved or anything.
Some continuity. We know GCW is sort of known for that more grounded realism, where, I mean, like, obviously a Slamtown situation would never happen in GCW, but like the fact that, can we just have like actual continuity in certain spots? That's all we ask.
I don't know. I just people are laughing. No, I'm just saying, like, it seems like there are times where we're supposed to remember storyline things, and there are other times where shit falls apart and we're just supposed to magically forget about them.
Yeah.
And this Megan Bayne thing is one of the ones where we're going, no, you spent a long time on this story and investing the fans, and you told us you're going to do something, and we're still waiting. And what's the reason why? Mm-hmm. Because I mean, if it was a championship, you should have put it on her when she was hot a year ago. And if it's just a loss, it's just a fucking loss. Take it. Get it over with. So what are we really
make it some
on?
throwaway bullshit ref bump where 3 people run in and break up the match, and so nobody gets their feelings hurt. Nobody gets like actually hurt. Nobody gets like, it's not a thing where it's like, oh, well, now they look weak because they lost to this person square. No, don't make it a square loss then. Make it some bullshit where 10 people run in, the referee gets shot in the head, 10 other referees have to come in. You can make it, like I said, it's independent wrestling. Make it as dirty as you fucking want.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's been what, 10 months, a year, just shit.
It was last New Year's Eve. It was literally last New Year's Eve.
That's ugly. Yeah, any movement would have been better than none, and that's what we're getting here is just none. Slow as fuck. Yeah.
Don't worry, it was the invisible ref. It was the invisible ref. Don't worry about it. It wasn't that, and it wasn't any of the current refs.
But yeah, 12 out of 20 of the people in here were already in a match that night, and that was the other thing that kind of got me, was the fact that I'm like, oh, okay, this is who we have. Like, it felt like I got a platter of leftovers. You know what I mean? They're like, well, I mean, look at all this. And
to be fair, the size of the Mecca's locker room, I was not expecting 25 fresh bodies for a Rumble.
I get that. And it's cold outside, so you can't just sit them in the bush like usual and just grab them out when you need them, kind of thing. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No, so okay, so how many do you think were there at the Mecca? Because we're waiting for B to come back for a minute anyway. How many do you think were there? Like 200, 300 tops? No. 120, 150?
Yeah, closer to that.
Really?
Like, if I want to be deathly honest, I want to see way back in Atlantic City when we're stuck in that upstairs back room. That's what I want to say, because like the Mecca is not a large building, and there was 2 rows. It was not, like 100, 150 tops, 150, and I'm way overestimating.
I don't know. I'm not trying to get into it too much. I'm just looking at it going, damn, maybe Gage couldn't have come down the road to this show just to talk.
You just watched TOS 6 at the top of the show. And there was a zoom out where I saw there was bodies 9 rows deep. And I'm like,
the good old days is what I like to call them.
Yeah.
That's why I say some shit has to get in gear. Some things have to change. I don't know where, what, and how. Atticus coming in and going, look, we're going to shake up things because the way it is now isn't great. We all agree with that. Show us a clear picture. We'll get behind you. But at the same time, you want us to boo you, so we don't know what to really do. So do we have an anti-hero? Do we have a heel? What do we have in that aspect? Right now, the fans, if you look in the long run, are looking for something better and something to believe in right now. And if Atticus is at the head of that and he's the one steering the ship in that aspect, so to speak, then I hope that over time we see a very clear vision on where we're going. And I'm hoping that Berwyn show was at least a step forward in that direction, because it's like dating someone and you don't know if they're serious or not. And one time they don't pick up your calls, and for 2 days they're talking to you for hours on end. And then 2 more days they're just not paying, and they want you to remember their birthday, but they never remember yours. And it's like this weird relationship that GCW has with its fans. And I don't know. I'm hoping that ship tightens, and I hope things get under control, because I feel like we do have a lot of stuff thrown at us.
Yeah.
I just feel like nobody takes the box of Legos, puts them all back together, and goes, look, we're going to make a house today, and just sits them down in front of us. Anyway.
No, yeah. You hit the nail on the head.
I paid $150 to get home. Oh, that's
the story afterwards was funny. All right, we on to the next match. Sorry, I kind of step away there.
No, you're good. We were just playing around, talking, complaining a little bit. We're just saying how, we're
the old men. We're the old men complaining about wrestling on the internet now.
Well, GCW's like the girl that wants to screw around on us, but when we're sitting on the couch wants a ring. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Our main event for GCW's Do or Die is the 6 feet under death match, as it was Priscilla Kelly going against Shotzi Blackheart.
this match was wasted on this crowd. I'm just gonna tell you at the top.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Hey, Frankie.
Hey,
good to see you. Yeah, great video leading up to the match that described the rivalry between both former tag team partners. There was a coffin outside the ring, both women busting tubes over each other's heads. Fans were celebrating Happy New Year mid-match. Shotzi gets put through a door and Priscilla grabs a can of gas and attempts to light Shotzi on fire. Zach comes out to stop Priscilla right before she lights her on fire. Kelly takes a chair on the back of the head, then gets laid out on a door bridge. She crumbled with a Shotzi senton. Priscilla with a tiger driver onto some tubes and covers for 3. So our winner here was Priscilla Kelly. They hug and they're friends all again in the end. I'm laughing more about the fact that the match is going on and New Year's Eve hit. It's like they couldn't just go, hold on, guys. Let's wait 6 fucking minutes to start this match.
It they should have waited, done the countdown, and done this as the first match of the year. That's
all. Two former WWE fucking wrestlers, and you know what? Let's just come on.
They did that 2 years ago when they ended up with Billy and what was it, Billy and Brogan, or what was his name?
Yeah, Brogan Finley.
Brogan. Yeah.
When they were doing that tag match against Yokai a couple years ago.
They wrestled,
They did did the New Year's Eve, they did the ball drop at midnight, and they said, all right, first match of the year, let's have some fucking fun. Like,
so Screwball hit it right here on the head. They should have had a spot. They should have basically, someone in the ring should have went, whoa, time out. 5, 4, 3, and then
light tubes on that guy that they called in.
And then 15 seconds after everybody's drinking and stuff, the heel goes back there and sneakily grabs a chair or something, and wham, and the match is back on. Welcome to 2026. And just like that, that took 10 seconds of creativity. 10 seconds. This isn't hard. I don't understand why this is so fucking hard. We do 3-4 hour productions a fucking week, bro. Okay, it's not like we have all this stuff along with this. But B, if you and I know we have to kill 6 minutes before we get to the top of an hour for something, you and I know how to talk about something and engage the listeners for 6 minutes. Like, it's not that hard.
AJ for 6 minutes, that's all.
Bro, we not only that, just like them, we're doing this live. You know what I mean? So I'm really surprised they didn't say, hey, you know what? Let's talk about the match and let's talk about the storylines. Let's talk about hey, did you guys know in January we're going here, and I don't care. Something would have been better. Anything would have been better. Anything.
And putting up a fake 5-minute countdown.
I got one for you. You could have just had Brett come out and for 5 minutes thank everyone for making GCW the greatest independent wrestling company.
Do the toast. Yeah. Like,
right. Thank you so much. Even just a little, what's a good word for it? Like a state of GCW. Hey guys, here's where we're at. I want you to know that in GCW in 2026, you can expect more of this, and this. We tried this. We're looking to go this direction. What's most important this year is you. We need your support. We need your time, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give back to the fans more than we have any other year. We're listening, da-da-da. That's not hard. And that took, like I said, seconds to come up with. And we killed 4 out of 6 minutes just talking about how to kill 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I still, at minimum, they should have built in something. Everybody missed New Year's because of that. And what was it? It was a 13-minute match. And then they restart the countdown. It's like, come on, like, how independent and hokey can it be? Nothing says independent wrestling more than wasting time or misusing time. So, after the match, we get another countdown and everyone celebrates New Year's together.
After I had drank all my champagne.
I was going to say, did they give out champagne or was there some for sale?
I stuck in my own bottle and I had a little circle of people in the back. I was clinking glasses with, but yeah.
Yeah, they added 5 minutes to the year. I mean, who else could do that but independent wrestling? Also, I hope this doesn't happen for the next New Year's Eve. We hope the card's tighter. We hope the show's better. We hope more people show up, and let's
look real quick. I'm gonna be that guy and look at the calendar for next year.
Oh God, I'm
sorry. All right, while you do that real fast, let me
see that next year. New Year's Eve falls on a Thursday, which by all accounts, I think you can get enough people to stretch a Thursday, Friday AC weekend out of it.
Nice. I'm sorry, B. You haven't
No, you're
even
good.
given your 2 cents yet, have you?
No, I thought this match ruled. I loved it. Both women went crazy. It got violent, and I thought it tore the house down in a great way to end the year with that match. This is what I wanted to see from both since coming to GCW, and I want to see both play a more prominent role moving forward, especially after this barn burner of a main event.
Your video of KJ Orso's dance
Yeah,
moves.
my tweet that popped off. Yeah.
B, I'm with you. This was great. The only thing was just timing. You can't move around the new year, you know, like
Yeah, I would have done a
couple
spot
minutes.
around there.
Anything that there would have been your Ray Jazz spot. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's really weird. Every now and then I just feel like there's some things that just weren't, some T's
Like
that weren't crossed. Some I's that weren't
Shotzi
dotted.
could have gave Zach a not Shotzi. Priscilla Kelly, like when she brought out that gas, like for the new year at that time, then that's when like Wentz could have came out, gave her a New Year's kiss to prevent it, and then she still goes and beats up Shotzi.
You have one of the mooks who does crew run up to the ring and say, no, stop, it's New Year's. And then they do the countdown, and then that mook eats 2 tubes. Like instead of the ball drop, you get 2 tubes pop at midnight.
Yeah. Anything, even just a little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys do the little drink and then a betrayal at the drink. You know,
Literally.
a Stone Cold. Come on. I mean, these are professionals. Not a single person said, "Hey, we're about to go have a 13-minute match and it's 5 minutes before New Year's. What should we do here, guys?" Not a single person. Not a single grown adult.
I don't want to use the phrase, and I don't want to put this evil into the world, but I'm gonna say it. Phone in.
Yeah.
Phone in.
Anything could have been done here. It's 5 minutes on a 3-hour show.
That they put extra long matches on and an intermission and staring how long at the calendar between matches.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about this other thing too. There are so many video packages they've been showing, thankfully, between matches. They didn't have 2 minutes of video packages, 4 minutes of video packages. You know what I mean? Or here's one. Emil, some wrestlers or whoever, they go out to the ring together and they go, "We've got 4 minutes until New Year's," and just
literally,
you know,
I would want nothing more than a bullshit talk show segment for that.
Yeah. There's a couple things that didn't make sense, but it is what it is, and I'm sure there's reasons for an intermission. But when I saw the camera come back on, I thought there was going to be weapons everywhere, or a cage match or something. Nothing.
No, it was purely stretching for midnight.
Yeah, and so that they could put a match in there and fuck up midnight by 5 minutes. Like, what? Bro, that is so fucking no. I don't know, man. That's a wild one. That was some oversight. I mean, independent wrestling.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
we weren't in the room when it happened, when all this shit
Right.
happened about this,
Right.
third thing. But
I know. Clocks can get broken. Adults can have hard time.
And we're Monday morning quarterbacking this, of course.
Right.
We're this and that and the third thing. It was like, oh yeah, in a perfect world, this is how we would do it.
Yep.
But John B, how many times have we sat here and have had this conversation to a different song?
Yeah. Oh, timing issues? Yeah.
No, just this whole of just this whole conversation of like, why is this still happening type conversation.
Yeah. I think it's oversight. Busy people are too much busy. Too busy to do this. I don't know. What's again? It's quarterbacking, but at the same time, like if someone would have just put 3 seconds of thought, like any of us just did, you actually would have heard a better outcome than what we got. I mean, hey, you guys have 15 minutes for a match. It's going to be New Year's Eve in 5 minutes. Good luck. Not a single person said, "Let's wait." Not a single person looked at the time. Not a single person in the match said, "Well, do we finish before or after? Do we finish during?" Not a single person looked at the time. I really do find that a surprise. And that is so indie wrestling.
And that's where I say the phrase phoning it in, because they either didn't think about that or didn't care enough about that.
And Reed's right. In the heat of things, nobody really, but holy crap, in the back end of it, that's some basic shit, man. Anyway,
I don't
B
know.
is
It
being
didn't bother me.
very quiet right now.
It didn't bother me at all. So
I think like I said, I'm just being rough for rough reasons. I mean, let's be honest. You can't get midnight right. That was the whole reason of the show.
And I've been under John's learning tree for too long too, because I'm right there with him. So
I'm the face here.
Yeah, you're the face tonight.
yeah, enjoy that.
Some post-show highlights: Otis securing the UV championship shot, and the static between him and Tremont. The car spot and the street fight with the cops right there, I thought was cool. The Vandal 48 versus Ciclope Redacted Tremont was the hardcore fight of the night. And then I felt that Busting the Brain versus Lost Brothers was the wrestling match of the night. Those were my highlights. Was there anything else about this show you guys thought were worth mentioning?
I just like the stories that kind of kept on pushing. It was still
keeps on keeping on.
Exactly. Worlds keep spinning, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't care. It was 2025 still. Who gives a shit? Thank you, Krule.
But you're in the mountain time zone. No one cares about you.
Mountain? Come on now. Mountain.
We're on Pacific,
We'll
bro.
be in Arizona?
Yeah, we're Pacific.
Yeah, it's Seattle right. Shit. So yeah, enjoy. Whatever.
Yeah, but I say I didn't like there you go. Thank you, Krule. Maybe that's why I didn't care. Like I didn't give it I didn't watch it. I don't remember when I watched it. I didn't watch it live New Year's Eve. That's for I definitely didn't watch it New Year's Eve because I was out of town. So I was in Mountain Time. Actually, I was in Arizona for the show. Good call, man. Good call.
I do the
break.
I do the West Coast. I do the West Coast. Watch the ball drop in the East, and I go, well, that was New Year's, and if I'm up by midnight, I'm up. But yeah, by 9 o'clock, if I see the ball drop in New York, I'm like, well, I did it. I'm getting old.
Listen, does the corpse of Dick Clark drop a ball in your city? No, he doesn't. So shut up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all I had. It was a good show.
Listen,
I enjoyed it more than you guys.
Listen, I live less than 20 miles away from Times Square, and no one that I have ever met in my life says, you know where I want to spend New Year's Eve? Times Square, standing up for 8 hours wearing a diaper so I can't piss anywhere. No.
Fuck that.
No.
So here's my question. 2 questions. B, do you want to take a break before we go on to the Berwyn show? It's up to you.
Yes.
Okay. And
I just want to see the intro video again.
No, I don't have it all together. I have it basic. I was going to do the cookie. Frankie, do you want to stick around, or are you done for the night here?
Unfortunately, I have a plane to catch in the morning, so I'm trying to stretch out as long as I can. Enjoy your spite show from the Berwyn Eagles Club.
Thank you, Frank, for coming on.
It was a good spite show, man. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. It's good to see you in 2026. Please be safe.
Happy New Year's, guys.
You too, man. Thank you.
So yeah, I have a my ride is getting here at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where time matters.
Shit.
So yeah, I have 7 hours to pack a bag and sleep and do all that fun stuff. So
well, get some rest, man. Thanks for coming on here. I know you've been busy.
I have been slammed. So yeah, you guys have a good one. We'll talk soon and try and get back to enjoying pro wrestling again. So
always take care, man. We love you.
Have a good one, guys.
Big guy.
You too, man.
There we go. Down onto the 2 box. Bada boom. So yeah, Frankie was coming in to tell us that the New Year's Eve show was decent, and that was that.
So got Berwyn here to cover this last hour.
Berwyn. Okay, so yeah, it's been one of those wild evenings where we're going long because we fucking can, man. We're going long because we're having a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna do the 3-minute cookie that gives everybody a chance to go hit the bathroom, take a break, whatever they need to do. And then we're going to come back here for round 2, and we're going to cover GCW's One Night Only from the Berwyn Eagles Club in Berwyn, Illinois. See you in a minute. Boom.
Goes to Dynamite. All right.
Oh, man.
GCW's One Night Only from the Berwyn Eagles Club in Chicago, Illinois.
All right, so let's get back to it here. I feel like we were off track and we're kind of talking and being loose, and let's get rolling here. This is the home of AAW. This is also where Shimmer made their debut on November 6th of 2005. It's also been the host of countless other independent events. I love the venue. The 1970s wood walls brings you back to early childhood. If they change the light bulbs to the old yellow glow, it's a perfect time capsule. Chicago fans are awesome. They love their blood and they're enthusiastic. We open and they're pounding the ring and chanting GCW. There's a couple GCW banners hanging up on the wall. And that was what we were talking about before, was we wanted to see them decorate the place. And they did that here. Also, Dave Prazak was on the mic with John Mosley and MLJ back and forth. And what a welcome voice. So it was nice to be in Chicago, especially if that means that we're going to hear Dave Prazak. What were your thoughts on this this Berwyn Eagles Club event? First time ever, right?
Yeah, first time ever, I think. Same thing as you. I was so happy to hear Prazak's voice. Welcome back. It was unexpected and kind of felt right for the venue and the night. It was everything going on that night. It felt right to hear Prazak on commentary.
It just, anybody who's watched independent wrestling knows that this is a familiar venue. So I was curious about how GCW was going to do it. And I felt that they did a damn good job. At the end of this, I'm just going to spoil it. I was like, dude, I hope this isn't a one night only thing.
Same.
Yeah. And I like the attitude. I like the change. Not perfect, but definitely different in a good way.
Yes. Our first match was Emersyn Jayne versus Marcus Mathers.
The fan reception for Marcus made me almost swear this was his hometown. Somewhat surprised he was there, given the tone of this card. Surprisingly, he played heel and I enjoyed it. Emersyn got a good reception also. She hit 3 head scissors early, followed by a tope. That won over the unfamiliar fans in the crowd. Now, I mentioned earlier how Emersyn takes her hits and keeps going. We had one of those earlier in this match. She picked up a door from under the ring and rested it on the ring apron while she was getting to her feet. So while she was holding it, Marcus Mathers put 2 feet into it, ramming her head into the door, and she broke off the bottom half of one of her front teeth. It took a minute for Emersyn to fully get back into the match. You could see she wasn't proud of it and didn't want to show it. I dislike that blind door spot when Blake Christian used to do it. I think it's dangerous. The impact is taken by the shoulder, or in this case, the shoulder and the head. I've actually seen a fan almost get hit by this door spot too. So I'm going to stop right here, B, because you were like, what are you thinking?
Disappoint. I love that spot, man. Blake Christian come flying. I love that spot. Yeah.
It says poor Emerson's tooth. Emersyn needs to not do another coast to coast until she knows that she can hit it. She missed that coast to coast by a couple feet. This could have also been affected by her injury. Outside of that little spot that I mentioned, I think she had a solid performance. There was another rough move. Marcus powerbombed Emersyn's spine first onto the tops of 2 chairs. And he also executed a super power bomb through a door bridge. But in the end, Emersyn was our victor. Our winner was Emersyn Jayne. I wrote that here we are again. It feels like every time we have an outing with Emersyn Jayne, that poor lady is taking a shot to the face or something that most people wouldn't take too well.
Yeah, I agree with you. The crowd was hot at the beginning of the match and beginning of the night. Jayne, when she flew out to the outside for that tope, was crazy. She's so versatile, and I believe she has shown great value in her time in GCW in any type of match she's been in, and I think we need to see more of her. Mathers throwing Jayne on that chair setup was pretty brutal. And, yeah, I thought this was a great opening bout, even though it didn't get too violent. I think it set the stage of what they were going to see later on with more violence, but gave him kind of good wrestling in this one. So I thought this was a strong opener, and I was happy to see Emersyn get the win and maybe start getting some momentum in GCW.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Our second match was a tag team hardcore match, as it was Bangin' Matthews going against Anakin Murphy and Logan Cavazos.
Well, it's good to see hometown boys Bangin' Matthews still going strong. This is their 37th match at GCW, and they were last seen on September 13th at Rumble on the River in Indianapolis. Welcome back to GCW, Anakin Murphy, last seen on October 10th, 2022 at Moment of Clarity in Columbus, Ohio. I also believe this is Logan Cavazos' second time at GCW. Don't quote me there because I don't have anything to reference. Match started hot with a Logan Cavazos diamond cutter on Davey Bang. I think Anakin and Logan would go great up against Bustah in the Brain. There was a fun fight that went outside early. Lots of chair shots and bodies being flung into chairs. Bangin' Matthews hit Spears Tower, which I feel is one of the best tag team moves out there today. Overall, they looked like the more experienced tag team. Anakin and Logan fought more like two younger single wrestlers who were just put together. We have a fork board. Fans are chanting, "Fork him up." Cavazos is hitting a double crucifix bomb. Anakin thrown back first onto a chair. Later, he gets put through the fork board and covered for 3. Our winners in this less than 10-minute match was Bangin' Matthews, but I felt like there was 15 minutes of action in this one. What were your thoughts on this one, man?
I thought this was crazy match. Like, I did not expect anything like this. I'd never seen Bangin' Matthews kind of get too extreme like how they did. I've seen them use tables and doors and stuff, but like this one, they got pretty crazy. And for me, that was the thing that stood out the most, was seeing them get extreme in GCW. I also thought this was a fun way to kind of introduce Anakin's and Logan Cavazos as a tag team to the GCW crowd. And this match was so much better than I was anticipating. And I think Bangin' Matthews belonged in the GCW tag title scene. Like I was telling, that's what I was kind of saying before you came back on earlier when you left with Frank during the trios matches. I think Bangin' Matthews, they've been consistently killing it on every single time they show up in GCW. And I think having even a short-term 3-show feud, with them, I think would be a really, really good tag match and a good way to elevate Bustah in the Brain with Bangin' Matthews.
Oh, there we go. Reed said Logan was in the scramble that Joey wanted Fight Club. There's where I swore we saw Logan one more time before, and the only reason I thought of that was because he's so skinny. He's so rail skinny and tall that I was like, I've seen that kid somewhere. And B, you and I see a lot of faces, so.
Right.
When one sticks out,
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. I think Bangin' Matthews is doing awesome, and I hope they just continue on their trajectory. You were dead on them from years ago when we first started talking, and you've been right about them the whole time.
They showed me something different in this one, though. Like this one was like, wow, they're do way more stuff and do way better things that I've seen. And like, yeah, for me, they jumped up to the next level here. Like, kind of felt perfect for this show. Like, I didn't expect them to get crazy and bloody, and they did. And like, it was cool to see. Our next match was Mr. Danger versus Orin Veidt.
All righty here. So my initial feeling was Danger was getting the Cole Radrick treatment from Orin Veidt. That's kind of where I felt like this was going. I don't know if that came across your mind also or no.
Like you mean like to kind of build up?
Get him over. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely see that, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was more organic with Cole, but I felt like that's what this was, hey, go out there, get this kid over.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Welcome back, Orin Veidt. Last seen October 18th of 2024 at War Ready in Golden, Colorado. Having my redneck roots, I appreciate seeing Garth Brooks' friends in low places. There's just, I don't know. It's just, I think you're taught it when you're born. Danger is out in his death match black hood and red bandana, stepping into the ring to Danger chants. I think it's a good look for him. The match started hot with a Danger Acai moonsault. The setup by Danger took a little longer and somewhat eliminated the surprise, but overall Danger executed the move very well, and it made for a great start to the match. Danger took a Tokyo Tower, a gusset, then Orin popped his skin with a tube, and that made the blood start flowing. This was a very bloody match because of that. Danger was just dripping throughout this whole thing. It got on the camera. It looked good. Orin was in this match primarily setting things up and then would put Danger through them. That seemed to be the direction here. This is reminiscent of the match with Bear Bronson and Matt Tremont, where he's like, okay, go through this. Okay, go through this. Okay, you know what I mean? Like they had a fun house kind of setup, step 1, step 2 kind of thing. Danger wasn't on offense very often. I actually counted 8 moves or less, which is very rare in a match. Very little back and forth struggle or psychology at times. There was an example. Both men were down. Orin is almost up to his feet. Everyone's cheering for Danger, and you see Orin turn and encourage the fans to cheer for Danger. Now, in the wrestling world, this is supposed to be a contest. I'm being fair about that. I don't like also when Orin throws tubes sideways. Now, as a fan, I feel more of the broken tube spreads further when swung sideways. But, big but here, I'm not the professional. That's how I feel as a fan. Also, something in deathmatch that's been going on for a long time, and this now comes around to when we were talking about having Big Vin. Why spend 10 to 15 seconds setting up something when you could just pin them in 3? We almost need, like Big Vin, a deathmatch helper who stands ringside and gets whatever the wrestler needs. That also adds a layer because maybe sometime we get a dirty helper who won't help the face. There's a whole nother dimension there we never thought of before, maybe. But there was a glimmer of some Danger offense at the end. He hit a destroyer, then a flip off the top rope and covered for the pin. So our winner in this match was Mr. Danger with not a lot of offense. He kind of just took the pain and then came through at the end. I would say that Orin tried his ass off and used every piece of weaponry to put Danger over. This match was crafted to make that point, but I felt like it lacked a fight or it lacked some storytelling. Danger was not happy with the ending, but I have to say he took a lot of punishment, and I feel that he should be proud of the work he put forward. This was almost 16 minutes long also. Again, our winner was Mr. Danger. What were your thoughts on this one?
I was happy to see Orin back in GCW as well, and I think he's probably the perfect person right now for Mr. Danger to kind of go against and continue getting experience in death matches, and as you were saying, get the momentum and help being put over. I don't think he kind of needs it. I think he already proved his point already, but if he didn't, I think he definitely earned his stripes and proved his point after this bloody warfare. Yeah, that cut from that gusset plate on his head right away was not a good start for the night, but Orin is good. Like I like how his kind of facial reactions and how he reacts to these matches. It's like authentic and natural, like what he did with Cole. Like I don't think Cole maybe would have gotten as over that night as he would have if it wasn't Orin Veidt to kind of, as you said, like he's very good at reading the crowd and getting the crowd to do what he wants to do, and whether that's getting himself over or in this case getting Mr. Danger over. But I thought this one was good. This match was awesome, and Danger with the huge win in my opinion. I'm glad to see it, and I'm happy to see especially after being as bloody as he did to start off the match, him picking up the victory was a good way to end it. Here we go. Sorry, I was catching up on chat real fast. Posted a match video on his IG. That was a horror scene. I gotta check that one out, Fajita.
Yeah, did you see the one where he's leaking blood into a bucket into the garbage? Dude, he's just sitting like this, and you just see a pinhole that's constantly running into a garbage can. He's just sitting there, and it's just running. It was nasty.
Wow.
Koss is with me. He loved hearing Friends in Low Places.
Yeah,
it's a sing along, man. It's a redneck sing along. It is what it is. Yeah, he went out there and really killed himself on that one. The problem was I just don't feel like he put enough fight into it. And if you want to know what I mean by fight, just look at the Vipress match that's next and the Lil Sicko match after that when you want to know about fight. But outside of that, yeah. Oh yeah, Fajita said that's the clip. Yeah, he's just bleeding into a garbage can, just sitting on a bench, just shooting blood out of his. It's wild. That is wild.
All right, our next match was a death match, as it was Ciclope versus Vipress.
Both wrestlers were loved by the Chicago crowd as soon as they got through the entrance. There was a lot of glass around the ring for this one, panes of glass. One of them has barbed wire taped to it. I also see light tubes. In the beginning, the crowd was split between Ciclope and Vipress. I think they loved both. And it was also fun listening to the fans throwing Spanish around in the air back and forth, especially if you know a little bit about what they're saying. Emil and Dave are on commentary, and they were talking about Vipress needing to put her hair up so it doesn't get caught in the barbed wire. Minutes later, Ciclope hit her with a spine buster through barbed wire glass, and she got stuck by her hair. Well, Ciclope knows how to handle that. He pulled her out and ripped some of her hair out. The camera actually zoomed in on the hair that was left on the barbed wire. Ciclope got sent face first into thumbtacks. Moments later, he's pounding his own head into those thumbtacks. Vipress answers by grabbing tubes and breaking them over her own head. We had a "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. They were eating this stuff up. Our ending here, Ciclope took 3 bundles to the head and then hit with a light tube rake. Somehow he answers with a fisherman's buster off the top rope through a glass pane bridge. Vipress kicked out at 1. Fans are standing on their feet as bundles are exploding. Ciclope hits a top rope splash with a bundle and a cover for 3. Our winner here was Ciclope. I wrote both went hard. Ciclope's dancing. He gives Vipress her respect. My thoughts, Ciclope and Vipress got over Vipress. I feel like that was a team effort, and I feel like they did it without making it look like it. They did it without making it look so obvious. That's
I agree
the
with
best way to put it.
I agree with you there. I thought Ciclope was the perfect opponent for Vipress to kind of get more deathmatch experience. Ciclope's eye mask was awesome. I liked that coming out. Vipress is easily making a case, as someone said earlier. I think it was our good friend Bubba Perkins. I think he was the one who said she's making a case for one of these deathmatch tournaments this year if she wants to. I think she's easily making that case. And once again, this match was a perfect way, as you were saying, to help elevate Vipress. Even though Ciclope got the victory, I think Vipress came out the one being talked about the most. So this is one where wins and losses don't matter, because Vipress kind of stole the victory, if you want to say, from Ciclope, or stole the momentum from the victory.
You know what's funny though? It's just everything Ciclope does has so much personality in it that I think that's what's part of it too, is that he's getting her over also by his personality. There's so many working parts in the mechanics of this match that it made it really enjoyable. Yeah, seeing a West Coast star come over and see success on the East Coast and in the middle of the country feels good. So there were also Chola cheers on the way out. She goes back in the ring and breaks a tube over her head, and I have to say, I do think she's winning over some new fans. I wish Danger used this much fight in his match. Danger may have took more damage, but Viper showed more fight. Her and Ciclope had a more complete and mature wrestling and death match. Fans love damage, but GCW fans respect the fight. That's all I have to say.
Our next match was for the GCW World Championship, as Atticus Cogar defends the belt against Lil Sicko.
So before this match started, this was my choice for match of the night. I was curious, why not this match for the main event? But this isn't a normal show, and we have Matt Tremont and Dysfunction on the card, so kind of made sense there. The top ropes on both sides of the ring have pool noodles with skewers sticking out of them like spikes. It created a good visual. I see a barbed wire covered door, a light tube star, several bundles of skewers, 2 bundles, including one that has skewers sticking out of it. It's hard to ignore that Atticus comes with a stage presence. I was grabbing something from my kitchen, turned around to see his entrance, and I thought he had a leather jacket on, and I swore I saw ECW's Raven. I'm not going to get into that talk tonight too deep, but I swear to you, if you see what a Raven was doing at ECW and you see what Atticus is doing in GCW, historians may see some similarities there. The skewers on the ropes were used in the beginning for creating some drama. Both were pushing each other into him. Sicko stomped his light tube covered skateboard on Atticus's back. The skewer light tubes was a gimmick that worked very well. Some of the skewers stuck in Sicko's back and shoulder. Mid-match, I can confirm that, yeah, this was a good match. There's a wild spot where Atticus has Sicko on his shoulders on the top rope. He executes an air raid crash that bounces Sicko's head off the edge of the ring. nasty spot. Our ending, Sicko's pulling Atticus out of a barbed wire door bridge and it's ripping his hair. Atticus, still wrapped in that barbed wire, hits a brain hemorrhage for 3. Our winner in this one, and still GCW World Champion, Atticus Cogar. My last note I just put here was, this was the 3rd shortest match on the card, and it shouldn't have been. This was damn good, and for the 2nd time, I can say that's how you get over. Thoughts on this one, bud?
Yeah, I love the skewered ropes, the 2 bundles with the skewers. I loved everything on the skewers. It kind of made it feel like Atticus being champion. Now he has some pull in the company. He has some say of what is going to be happening during his matches, and also getting this match with Lil Sicko. Like, I am always of the one and that wins and losses matter. And like, Sicko hasn't even won I don't even think he won a match yet in GCW yet. He's getting a title shot. And like, I just love it because on the GCW Patreon, Stephen A called him out. I was like, what kind of shit is this? Like, what make this make sense? And like, I have that same thought, but Brett did a good way of explaining it. Like, Atticus is champion. He wanted to fight Lil Sicko and give him the opportunity. So that's why he's getting it. I guess I could live with that as an answer, but I still think, wins and losses matter, but I think Sicko definitely stepped up here in this match. He delivered. I think, as you said, like, he's one that definitely got over from this match, and all the crazy spots with all the weird contraptions. I enjoyed this title defense. It felt like a different kind of matchup, and Atticus, still fighting through with the barbed wire at the end with his hair. Maybe instead of that Cologne match, we should have put Manders versus Atticus on, because that was actually the match that I said it during the Cologne match, but was actually the match earlier with Manders where Atticus got his hair caught in the barbed wire outside during that TOS 666 and like got stuck in it. So it was good. Sicko delivered, and I want to see this Atticus kind of having control over GCW. I'm enjoying it.
I just want to know that there's a clear vision. That's what I want to see, is the vision. I just want to make sure that I'm not cheering the heel or I'm not booing the face here. So as long as we have a clear vision of what's going on, then fantastic. If he wants to keep it somewhat of a mystery, fair. I just want you to know that that can create some conflict. I don't know what to do with you, but I love what you're doing. I like how you're talking. Do it. And I think that you're going to go places. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
Screwball. Yeah, I was kind of talking about that earlier. I was going to bring it up. Like, I don't like, once again, going to wins and losses, like Manders was 2nd, but I guess if you're not going to give it to Otis being the next champion to next title shot, you would give it to number 2, and Manders is number 2. And I think that's why Manders is getting the next shot here. Atticus, since the winner didn't want to go after Atticus. So I think that makes sense, and I don't mind that at all. And I'm interested to see how that plays out with Effie, if Effie's going to come out and ruin it and mess up Manders' spot, or if he's going to win. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Like, that's the one in Dallas, I believe, was Manders versus Atticus. And that's why I was saying Megan Baines in town in a match that night with the Do or Die Rumble. I think Dallas has a chance to be one of those sneaky, very talked about cards going into collective weekend.
Sorry. I got caught on a thought, and then I'm like, I'm not even going to start that conversation. So no, it was, go ahead.
Our next match was Krule versus the Bev.
So it was great seeing Krule and Bev. Both guys have really grown on me. Fans were heavily into both. Krule did his character right here, the big evil unstoppable monster. He fully absorbed a multitude of offense and weapons. They fight into the fans. That was fun. Everyone got their front row seat. Production. There was a long shot showing a large side of the crowd with Krule in the middle. He was towering over most of those fans, and that made for a great visual. Play up that height. There was a pop-it covered wiffle ball bat that had got bounced off of Bev's head. Krule left through the curtain and came back carrying 12.5 light tubes bundled together. No shit. I counted. It was 18. Bev with a crossbody, and both men sandwiched the bundle. Glass everywhere. Again, 7.5 minutes, but it felt a little longer here for the right reasons. Krule worked the crowd at the end of the match, and I felt that was worth it. Fans were chanting Krule as he left. Sorry, our winner was Krule. I also want to say Bev did a great job, and I don't want to discount that. It's just I have Krule heavy notes here, but I see where both can do something more. I'm just waiting to see it. And I did like that they came out and said, okay, Krule's going to be a monster. He's going to be this. And they just went for it. They didn't have to go 15 minutes. There was no need to go 15 minutes here. Make your point and get the hell out. As someone who comes from this era of wrestling that understands what a Kane type character can do, I prefer short bursts here, there, get your shit in, get the fuck out. And I think that's what they're doing with him right now. He doesn't need to be wrestling for 20-25 minutes. There's no need. Monsters don't need 25 minutes to drop a 175-pound man.
Yeah, I agree there. That's perfectly spot on. I'll go to my notes here. I had something I was going to say here, but well, I guess, yeah, kind of go into like when you were asking for Krule all these years, what was like the one thing that was like kind of everybody said like would have a problem, like why Krule wouldn't fit in GCW? You kind of said it being a monster and kind of like protecting the monster vibe.
Yes. Yeah. I feel that he works to protect himself, to protect who he is and what his character is. And I don't think that always worked with the GCW way, because the GCW way for quite a few years was, well, if you're 87 pounds, you can kick the shit out of someone 400 pounds. Trust me, you'll see it once a week here. And that kind of messes with Krule's booking and the way he handles his character. So, you know, if he comes in here and he's trying to be scary to Mance Warner, but then gets his shit handed to him by a 100-pound woman, he's not going to look that scary anymore. He looks like just another big guy that looks cool that got his shit kicked in by his, you know, 9th grade girlfriend.
And so, I will say the reason I asked that is because I think specifically in this match was the most I saw. I know we've seen it with the Vandal 48, and yeah, it's 3 people taking down 1, but Bev came out in the first minute or 2 and just destroyed Krule. Like, I think they put that misconception to rest right away. That's what I loved about it. I was like, why is Krule getting destroyed? But I'm like, I'm glad. Like, we don't have to do this protect the monster. Like, he protected himself perfectly by like not fully getting hit and fully rocked. Like, he did the kind of like that Zeus, the old Tiny Lister Zeus getting like getting to his one knee and shaky, but I'm still got a lot of fighting. Like, you're not beating me. Like, I love that. I absolutely love it because I think it helped Bev's credibility, and they can still kind of look a little bit strong for that 2 minutes. But then the next 5 minutes, Krule just beat the shit out of Bev, and I love that. Like, I think that protected this whole monster thing perfectly fine. I don't think it ruined Krule at all, and I think it shows you that you can hurt the monster, but you can't take down the monster that easily. It's going to take a lot more than that. So I really like how he played his character in this one. I can't wait to see what Krule has in store in GCW. I think we're just now barely seeing anything. I kind of want to see him by himself a little bit without Mason and kind of see what kind of goes on with Krule with that. But I think this match against Bev was a good way to kind of keep getting Krule some momentum in GCW, and also a great way to kind of, I think Bev's kind of finding his way as a solo act right now. And this is where I was kind of saying earlier, kind of have him be lost and like, hey, maybe I got to go back to what was working, especially now you guys are champions. Let me prove to Vandal 48 and Atticus, like, I could be with you guys. Let me protect your cousin Christian Napier here. Let us be the tag titles and let us run the scene, like kind of faking his way into it, but then also using that to turn solo against them and kind of doing the double face. Like, I'm going to be a heel for a little bit longer, but then I'm going to go back to face right now because I poisoned the system, as you are, hopefully Vandal 48 poisons GCW. So yeah, Bev really taking it to Krule for me was awesome, but the monster overcome Bev's offense and picks up the victory. I thought this was a good quick match that told a lot of stories.
And Fajita said, are we considering Krule solo now? Mason and Slade still connected? Okay, so for Krule, it looks like he's doing his own thing right now, at least.
Yep. Without Mason, I think that's kind of good too, because Mason's kind of not involved right now either.
Yeah, and I don't think Krule's going to be involved in anything else unless Mason says so, kind of thing. And same thing with Slade. I think Slade is just as individual as Krule is, but then every now and then the rich man calls him in and he has to do a job.
Yep. Next match was, well, I guess we'll kind of go into it. I guess it was supposed to be Dysfunction versus Matt Tremont, But that didn't last long as Vandal 48 came to crash the party, and it led into a tag match as Matt Tremont and teams with Dysfunction going against Vandal 48, Otis, and Christian.
Okay, so yeah, this was a wild one. Just like B was saying, there was intention to go a different way. So there were tubes on the ropes, bundles, chairs, doors, a door covered in aluminum cans, and more. Tremont got his Chicago welcome. Dysfunction's Green Bay Heat had me laughing. This was supposed to be a singles championship match, but it got turned into a tag team match when Vandal 48, Otis, and Napier got involved. Otis pushed Brett, and he took a dive. That
Loved it.
I was just trying to figure out if he was down there on purpose or it was down because he's supposed to be playing the role.
He got pushed down by Christian.
Dude, he was down there for a solid minute. I'm like, get up, man.
This is where I started to get happy. I think this is where we started to see the seeds of Vandal 48 starting to poison GCW. And I was getting antsy. I was like, well, I'm finally getting my wish. They're starting to do the takeover. And yeah, this was a good start for it.
Well, the bell rang and Game Changer World split screen turned on almost immediately because chaos was everywhere. Tremont pounded a gusset deep into Otis's head, and he earned his crimson mask for the night. Napier with a blockbuster on Matt and Dysfunction, Otis swinging a light tube crutch. I was also happy to see Otis and Tremont get some quality fight time together in this one. Matt and Dysfunction getting sliced together on the ropes was a cool visual. We had the old school lemon juice and salt, rarely seen anymore. Love that spot. My favorite thing, someone yelled, "Kill the smaller one," when they were talking about Christian Napier. Later, Napier had a fantastic homicide dive that he shot like a fucking rocket between the ropes. Dysfunction with the Sabu tribute. I want to give credit to the ring crew for keeping the ring clear for this match. This is violence chance as Dysfunction comes out with a bundle of about 24 tubes. Huge splash busting the bundle all over Otis. They cover for 3. Our winners were Matt Tremont and Dysfunction. I wrote here, this was a good main event, especially for a place like Berwyn. What were your thoughts on this one, man?
I loved how we got to the match. I think this ended up being better than what Tremont versus Dysfunction would have been. I'll be honest, this is kind of like my first intro to Dysfunction, so I was kind of learning everything. So when I first saw him come out, I'm like, oh, I didn't know he was like an older kind of legend. I've heard his name, and I've heard Brett talk about him on Patreon and saying, hyping up the match. But for me, I didn't know. So I loved it because Vandal 48 came out, disrupted it, said, we run this shit. How are you going to have a show in Burt? Like, it was everything I wanted from Vandal 48. I wanted them to start getting over, start putting their footprints all over GCW, start to take over, and I got it. And Otis, I think, or Christian being on the mic is so good. I think he's little X-Pac. He's got the X-Pac, 6-pac heat. He's just that little one you just want to beat up first before you get to the other two. And like, that's perfect. And he's playing his role so good in that for Vandal 48. I love it. I think Christian showed a little bit more in ring here than and has been when he's being used. And I think we need to see more of him. As you said, that's actually a great idea you had earlier, throwing Christian Napier into the J Cup and maybe having like same thing. Wait, you're going to have the J Cup and not Vandal 48, like him coming in and taking someone's spot from the J Cup during like at the beginning of the tournament, I think would be a cool way. But Vandal 48 killed it. Dysfunction was it was cool. It was cool seeing Dysfunction and Tremont teaming up. I think as you said, I think we got more out of them in this tag match than we would have as single. The lemon and salt spot killed me. Like they just said, we haven't seen that in a while, and I thought we were just talking about that with maybe
we
one of
were.
Them. Yeah, I feel like we were just talking about that.
The last show we were on, we were talking about that shit, and then boom, it happens.
So seeing that was kind of cool that we talked about. And yeah, I think everything was right until the goddamn ending. I hated the ending. How are you like Vandal 48 needs to get momentum? Like why couldn't Otis pin Dysfunction even and have Tremont coming in again, just like how when Otis pinned Dr. Redacted and like Tremont came in at the last second for the save, but too late and just has a stare down with Otis. Do that same thing again. Keep building that tension because didn't Otis get pinned in this one, if I'm not mistaken, by Tremont? I'm like, why couldn't you use Napier to pick up the loss there, even to save Otis? Ben, I hated the ending. Like, I loved the match, I loved the takeover, I loved everything until the ending. I hated it. Matt Tremont doesn't need that win. Vandal 48, you have the leader of the group as champion, and They pick up this loss. I hated that. Other than that, though, fun match, and I think a good way to end the Berwyn show.
Screwball said, I think Brett might be a bit too reliant on the death match title match being turned into a tag trope. They did the same thing with Billy in Indianapolis. Okay, so in this situation, maybe it could just be, hey, we have an independent legend in the ring, and a singles match might not be the easiest or might not be the quickest thing you know what I mean? Like, so I'm thinking, sorry.
Real fast to cut you off there. I like how they did it because Veidt did it, and they kind of set it out perfectly. Like, they're trying to protect Tremont, keeping that belt for Otis, because Otis would have, or Tremont could have lost to Dysfunction, and then Otis wouldn't get his title shot in Dallas. So I kind of agree with you, Screwball. That does kind of seem to happen. These little changes at the end. This time made perfect sense to me, though, and I think, or not, I said Veidt, Scott. Someone on commentary made a great, maybe it was, I don't know. Someone on commentary made a great point of, no, they're doing this to save Otis's title shot, and I loved it.
I would have liked to have seen Christian get pinned here. That does kind of make sense, because then it protects, you let the two bulls face each other, but don't let them hit horns too many times, because people are paying to see them hit horns a couple weeks from now, kind of thing. Yeah, no, you made a fantastic point there.
Even like Otis stealing the belt, or Christian stealing the belt and handing it to Otis. Like, God, what a dick move that would be. And now like they're running it, man.
Any of those things would have been fantastic. I'm trying to think. Oh, Cyan said, gotta go. See you later. Yep. Thanks for hanging in. We'll be done here soon. I'm sure we're getting there. We're on the last match of the last show. We're doing well. Dysfunction looked great. Sometimes when you get these guys who have been around a long time, you never know what kind of wrestler you're going to get. Dude worked the mic. He worked the ring. He had that old school gritty feel that you just don't see in young guys anymore. I liked it. If Brett said, would you guys want to have him come back and do a tag again for something? Yeah. I don't see why not. He didn't do anything whatsoever that was terrible at all. Actually, I enjoyed him. My final note was, I just really hope this isn't one night only. Brett was wanting to make a statement with this show. What do you think that statement was, B? Is this a youth thing? Is this a death match thing? Because this was going to Berwyn. Sorry, but this is going to Berwyn.
The 3 letters. I think he's saying, like, these 3 letters you can't beat, no matter who you think you are, where you are. Like, we are GCW. Like, my brand and promotion's going to be carrying it, and it doesn't matter where we are or whose home you guys think it is. Watch us do our show here, and I think they did that very well. Like, I thought it was for the Berwyn show One Night Early. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was a good change of pace seeing all these death matches. There you go.
Here's this one.
Yep,
that statement was the GCW. Yep, right underneath of that, I think it was GCW can be this if it wants to be.
Yeah, if we wanted to run Berwyn Hall all the time, look what we could do. But we're traveling to Japan and Europe and everywhere else. Unfortunately, like I don't want to shit on that. Like we can
hit the halls too. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Is we can hit the halls too. But sorry, we're at the we're down the street at the theater.
Thank you, Casa.
Thank you again. We'll be seeing you soon. What was your GCW match of the year? I already have mine. What do you think, dude? We might end up with the same one.
I might need a minute here because I got 3 off the top of my head.
3?
But you go. I gotta narrow it down to one of those 3. But yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, wait. You have 3 matches? I actually only have 1. I am not kidding you.
Well, once I say the other 2, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can see.
Oh
that.
Fuck. No, I have 2. Okay.
Probably the same. You probably got 2 of the same 2, yeah.
I got okay, these are my 2. Bear Bronson and Slade.
Yep.
That was one hell of a, and also we were kind of wrapped in that one personally. So that one for us was, and then Price Jordan Mathers versus Billy Bane and Yamashita. Yeah. When it comes to wanting an actual wrestling match, fantastic. Clown mentioned one here. God, I feel bad I didn't say it. Stackhouse versus Orso. I quit. Stackhouse bleeding buckets and it coagulated on his fucking head or on his face was just woof.
Dickhead. Oh, I quit still, and I'm still gonna stomp your girl or wife's face in the mat. Yeah, like that was too much. The cage match. We didn't even get to the cage match. Yeah, no rope.
Bro,
Janela.
we were there for that cage match, man. That was a wild show.
Real fast. Shout out to Ivan for that. I'm glad we talk about this real fast. I didn't have this in my notes, but I said it all that night, especially the year-end. All these year-end reviews and videos that they did throughout those 2 nights of kind of like recapping GCW's year. Bravo. Like captured the best moments. Way to show the fans like, oh, this is what GCW did in 2025. I thought that was fantastic. And I had it brought up a lot of these matches that kind of made me popped in my head there.
Screwball said, shout out to Fuego and Zack Sabre Jr. Ooh, there were some good ones this year. I think they were 9. There were 9 in the top 100.
I was kind of quickly pull it up. Yeah, the trios match is number 9 all time. So rated the best match of this year. Then Bear Bronson and Slade. Yeah, number 21 out of all time.
Fuego Sabre is number 53. Manders Thomas Shire, number 54. Atticus Fuego from April 18th of last year was 57. Kid Bandit versus Zack Sabre. Awesome match. Number 58. Bear Bronson versus Matt Tremont was 75. Dude, we've actually been to the show for quite a few of these ones. KJ Orso, Sam Stackhouse. Number 77. Arez, Matt Tremont, 96. Yeah. Chris Brooks and Drew Parker. Number 9. Yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 top 100 or top. Yeah, 10 top 100 matches this year.
Yeah, and I think for me, but I have the same 2.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 matches.
Like I thought you were going to go for like, I don't know actually who you were going to go for. I figured those were going to be your 2.
I mean, you could Mance Warner, Gabe Kidd was something out there as well. And Mance Warner versus Zack Sabre Jr. at the Nile was fucking incredible.
Yeah. Oh, funny thing. Atticus and Manders was just announced for Gillies in Dallas.
Dallas, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like it's kind of weird. Okay. That's where Screwball said, like, how do you feel about Manders, even though he was eliminated, not winning, still getting the next title shot? And I think it makes sense.
Independent wrestling.
Right. When was the AC the J Cup was the first Gabe Mance Warner match? Forgot about that.
Well, I don't know if anybody heard on Patreon, but I'd actually asked Brett, I'm like, what about an Acid Cup in April at the Collective? And he said that the J Cup was too close.
Tag. Turn the Acid Cup into a tag. Why not? Was Trent Acid not a tag wrestler? Am I missing? Am I thinking of the different Trent Acid here? Like, why not? It's like, I think that's what's missing right now is even a tag title or a tag tournament.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm liking how the Collective's looking more like a deathmatch show.
Oh, dude.
There's some fucking death
to get the, I'm going to call it the VDI from now on, the Vegas Death Invitational, and then to follow that up with the MDK, and then they're back to back on this same night. That's going to be a crazy night. And that's something Collective fans have been asking for. So I definitely cannot wait.
Well, that's the kicker is how the hell do you book a show? How do you book a deathmatch show after a deathmatch show? How fucking crazy is
that show? Bro. I see that they left it. They've left this very, very open, and they've named it the MDK show. I mean, how do you not turn that into the Vandal 48 show and have the takeover? Like they were very vague on this MDK show. So not announced yet, but Despy has put a pretty good lineup in. Let me look up last year's real fast.
Yeah, Big Capadon asked who will be in the Vegas Death Invitational. We do not know yet. Also, Screwball saying he does not think MDK is going to be a pure death show, which I think that's very fair. You'd have them back to back. That would be kind of weird. So what would an MDK show be or mean? That's the rough one.
That's why I'm thinking it's a setup for Vandal 48 to kind of do their thing. I don't know. I hope. I hope.
Is this like an NWO show where it's going to be all black and white and
why not?
New world order?
It's at midnight. Why not? Like what? And then I would leave it there for the next day, like we weren't able to fix this, and Vandal 48's fucked everything up, and you kind of like see like what they've done throughout the collective, like their little imprints here and there. Yeah, and I see a lot of people saying, yeah, the MDK versus Vandal could like the MDK Hate Club. Like, who would there be their third though? That was a good question of the night I saw. Who would you put to team up to go against Vandal 48?
What kind of a match are we having?
It's a trios,
you know
extreme death match. Not to get too death match, but who would be the third one?
Okay, so Vandal 48 versus who?
Bear. I would say Bear to get the rub off of NDK. Hey, that was my answer. I didn't see that name earlier in the chat.
I think
but
that's the only way to go. That's the only way to go.
I would say Doc just to get up there too, but like it doesn't make sense. He would just be thrown in there just because he's a fan favorite. But Bear Dozer kind of with the history, I think makes sense. And Flying Ryan, yeah, I guess because he's MDK. Flying Ryan.
I mean, Ryan and Napier.
Thank you. I was about to say they need to have a little feud there. That'd be kind of good to build both of them.
I also like how they've used Napier in a way where it's like little tastes here and there. Instead of subjecting him to a whole bunch of crazy shit, they're just sprinkling him here, sprinkling him there. And that makes him more of a menace.
It's
like something.
Man. That's how
it's
they
like
did
something
with
you
X-Pac.
can't put your finger on, but he keeps fucking with things, and that is X-Pac.
Just that little annoying gnat just jumping everywhere.
I could see Janela, like Crow Fairy Tale said. Janela would also be a great choice for a third member. Always.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like that's where I kind of am very skeptical on this whole MDK thing because why would you do 2 death matches shows back to back unless they just want to get it out on one night, I guess, and just have like kind of I don't know, segment like kind of theme each show and each night maybe like, hey, first night you guys been asking for Planet Death and all this, we're going to give you 2 of them, and then the next night you want to see Progress and Dragon Gate Wrestling, we're going to give you other companies, and Friday night that's our night, that's our GCW, that's our Joey Janela Spring Break and everything. So maybe they are trying to theme it out. I don't know.
Dude, how tired are we gonna be? Do you even know if we're doing media?
I was about to say we got some stuff we got to announce later on.
We're gonna be
speaking
so
of
tired.
announcement. Oh yeah, we got nothing to announce yet. I forgot.
No, we can't announce yet because I'm just waiting for a confirmation. I always get a final confirmation from everyone before I do the announcement of our next person, but our next interview will be next week on Tuesday. So I guess I don't have to deal with that now. I'll take that off of there. Otherwise, I will say some post-show highlights. Emersyn losing a tooth. That was different and unique. Danger with another bloody match. Vipress and Sicko going over. Krule reinforcing his unstoppable monster role. And finally, old school death match to close the show in Berwyn. Was there anything else about this show you wanted to mention? To me, I just wanted to say it just felt good. It's a familiar venue. It felt good, man.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say I forgot the name of the interview. Yeah, that I heard to know is that one. What's
going on?
The interview. Sorry, I forgot the name. I had the 2. I know you gave me like a bunch of names.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. But I just saw the name there because I was like, wait, what was the name? I forgot. And yeah, that is gonna be a fun one if we could get the confirmation. For me, literally, I know you guys kind of didn't like it. I saw a lot of positive. I like the forwarding of the stories of now I think they could have done a lot more forwarding of a lot more other stories or could have started some stories, but I think for what it was for the weekend, I enjoyed it. I like the Do or Die Rumble to me kind of was more entertaining this year. I know it kind of has been a little bit down. I think since the first Do or Die Rumble, that first Do or Die Rumble was so kind of like we didn't know who was going to win. I think the next couple ones kind of became a little bit predictable, but this one I actually had no idea. And Otis, I'll take it, and I like the switch to do it. I enjoyed everything about it. I enjoyed this weekend, and yeah, Berwyn was something special. I love the different vibe, the different energy, the all deathmatch show, and the GCW put their footmarks on there for sure. But I enjoyed that weekend. It was a good weekend. That I got a lot of entertainment in that from various different ways. I got the stories, I got my blood, I got my death match, I got some good wrestling. I hit a lot of stuff. Stackhouse, what's up, Stackhouse?
How you doing, man? It's good to hear from you. Hit me up when you get a chance. Actually, on Twitter, I think JCW is coming out here in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Want to say hi when we get a chance. Here. Oh, Clown says evening, Sam.
Yes. Thank you for stopping in, Sam.
Big Capadon said, I hope we get to see Rena. She's on the Freedom's website. I'd like to see Rena back in GCW for a couple matches. Matt Tremont hasn't met up with Rena lately, has he?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good one. I have no idea.
Yeah, hit me up, Sam. You get a chance, bud. I still can't figure out how to get on fucking Call of Duty and do my yeah.
There we go. Death Pain. Sorry,
I'll just play Stardew Valley and cry.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm trying to. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Rena on the card, but yeah, Rena was on the card for last year's Death Pain Invitational from El Desperado. So, I mean, it's not going to be all death matches. Yeah, I'm looking at last year's card. Yeah, you had some regular good, just Japanese wrestling matches, but it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good one.
There's going to be a lot of happy wrestlers getting work. That's what's it about. It's all about just everybody coming together, using, getting their shit together, making money, getting over. It's going to be a beautiful thing, and everybody's going to be tired. So
I'm more looking forward to this year's, just the totality of all the different cards of this new Death Invitational, the MDK, the return of World of Lucha. I'm way more excited this year going into Collective than I kind of was last year. I know last year we had the Progress, a lot of like this other branded shows, but I feel that it's more, as we were kind of talking about, what do we want to see? I think we're getting a good mix. We're getting more GCW this year while keeping the strong parts of the Collective last year, and I'm happy with that.
I think what's most important is going to be that Brett has the ability to take a large room and make it smaller. So in case some of these shows don't draw 700 people, you don't have 100 people sitting in a 700, person room. I hope they can actually shrink these things down to where the fans who do come to these shows, if they're smaller, feel comfortable. Looking forward to that. Yeah, the Juggalos will be part of the Collective. Looking forward to that a lot. We'll see what happens from there. I don't know. Maybe I grow some guts and I'll try to snag an interview at the JCW side. Maybe there's something over there.
Are we allowed over there again?
We can go wherever we want. It's a yes until we hear no. That's the way media works, buddy. Let's see. I'm progressing through. Oh yeah, no Joshi's. That's right. No Joshi's this year.
No TWP. Yeah.
Big Al. It'll be good to see again. Should be at GCW working also. At minimum, when they're in the region, Al should be working there. That's another one. Fantastic worker doing her job. So, okay. Was there anything else? I didn't want to go on too much longer. Nope. We have definitely had an evening.
Yeah, we definitely have. Stay tuned to John's Twitter once we get confirmation on the interview, and yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
You know us, we can't keep secrets very well. As soon as we're allowed to say something, it will be blasted all over the internet multiple times by far. Yeah, I'm just waiting on confirmation. Once I get the final confirmation, everything's good to go. We're good. I confirm like 3 times. Once when we do it, once a week ahead of time, once the day of. So, alrighty. Well, thank you so much to everyone. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. Thanks again to those who have donated tonight. You're appreciated very much. You can find B at B_GC World. You can find me at GC World Podcast. Is there any other messages you wanted to say before we head out? Anything else?
Thank you to all the people that donated tonight. Like, that was crazy. As you said, right when we're starting off, thank you guys all so much. Thank you guys for the great holiday show that we had. And tonight, it was a fun night. We definitely covered a lot of stuff, and I think next Tuesday will be a good one as well.
I'm looking forward to next Tuesday. I feel a little out of practice because we took a week off tonight, but we'll get back to it here pretty soon. All right. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us tonight. It feels great to be back. We want to wish everyone a happy and healthy 2026. We will be back to see you next week. All right, B, let's send him out, brother. Ready? Maybe we'll get it right this time.
New year, new me, or new us, right?
Yeah, yeah, whatever. We're trying though.
Long. Hey, there we go.
I'm never first. I had to on this one. Long
live
GCW.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much. We love you and good night.